the 25th. I got it to the 25th. So the 25th is what? Sunday. Sunday will be shutting it down because as the great preacher said, what he said, Elise, it's time to
What?
close the doors. Close the
Close the
doors.
doors.
Let's
Close the
close
doors.
the doors. I'm about to be shutting down for the summer, man. StreamYard, y'all ain't gonna be getting none of my money and promote me
Yeah,
right and
stream
everything like that.
StreamYard. Hella expensive. I think I just got the basic shit, bro. I don't
I
even know
got
how
the
much I spent on
I
that shit.
I got the highest one. The highest one
Oh
is
yeah,
like
that shit is expensive.
yeah, but the reason why I do it because I know a lot of people want to get on there and I can afford it. You know what I'm saying? But now it's
Uh,
just like, man, I'm about to start, bump that. But y'all hit the like button, man. This is want to be one of my last streams other than Sunday, man. I'm gonna come on. Yeah, I'll come on Saturday too. But these next 3 nights, man, it's gonna be all she wrote for a long till about August. I promise you.
zero.
Cause it's gonna be like all in my room. I'm gonna let it shine. All in my room. You know what that nigga was doing? I'm gonna let it shine. He was stealing from the stove, girl. All in my room. He talking about all in my room. I remember back those days, man, when we were singing, boy. I used to hear them when we used to talk about me, boy. I was right there. I was short. I had to be in the middle because the men, you grew up in Holiness Church. You was right in the middle. I'm so old. I used to wear the sunshine band with the all yellow everything.
Man,
Praise the sunshine band, man. I used to go up, and I grew up in Georgia. Churches was hot, bro. Was hot.
straight up.
Yeah, the South Side churches. Yeah. Uh, my
Man,
grandma
it
is
was
from the
hot.
South. My dad's from the South. I'm from St. Louis, so I guess I'm from what, the Midwest South. But
Midwest.
yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
you saw Bible Belt. Bible Belt is what they call it.
well, I'm just
Missouri's
used to
Bible
the
Belt.
regular belts. Built across
The
the back.
regular belt.
That
I'm used to
extension
the.
cord though. That's what I use.
Mm.
No, and anything that was laid there for a weapon of choice was your beatdown,
Right.
was your
That
dimension.
part.
This dude said
Hold on. What,
Yeah,
weapon
what
of
about the switch?
choice.
What about the switch off
yes,
the tree though? Go get
man,
that
I
Look,
ain't
switch.
like that,
I told
Man,
you
man.
my
I
dad's
wanna
from the
go.
South.
I got Man, I got beat. Both of my parents were. Hey, dude, I got
Man,
more
you
whoopings than
had
anybody
whelps
in
on your
history, bro.
motherfucking
And
back,
majority
boy.
of and half of the beatings that I got that I got beaten down for, I didn't even do it.
Hey, you know the
Well,
Venetian blinds? You know the little Venetian
oh, the
blinds?
little thing that you
Yeah,
twist the
Oh, I
screens
took
with.
that up. That's what I used to get my children with, nigga. Both of them. Hop, hop.
hey,
Hey,
I
look,
was man,
hey,
I
look.
Lisa,
went
I got
around
one even
that
better
shit.
for you. Imagine your pops getting a paddle, which put your name on it, and get it all tricked out and everything just to bust your behind wide open. That's what my dad did, man.
Look.
Man,
To
I
me,
feel
bro.
sad just by mentioning this because I was the only boy and the youngest. So whatever my sisters did, it's like it residual down to me. I had to be the example in the family. I've gotten my ass whooped with spatulas, uh,
Mm-mm.
the blind turning thing, and then I graduated to a shoe, a belt, a woven belt, a belt with the old belt tied to it, switch
I know.
featuring
Yeah,
El DeBarge.
you like
Uh,
me. You like me. Got beat down with everything.
right. So
I
then
got
when
beat
my
down with
dad
everything.
when he realized his superpowers didn't work, so what he'll do is he'll be drinking coffee with a stinking breath, and then just giving me the talk to, but like the pregame show before the ass whooping, and I'm just like, can we just get this
Mm.
over with? Oh, you want this over with, huh? Go get my belt. No, go out there. I'm gonna cut me a good switch. Cut a switch, three of them, peel them, braid them, right in front of me. And then he'll say that old bullshit South thing. This is gonna hurt you or hurt me more. It's going, man, get the fuck out of here.
Oh
Let me hit you with
yeah,
that
yeah.
damn
I used to
switch.
hear that too. I used to hear that too. Hey, this is the only time I never got beaten right in my life. Right.
Like after
So
a while, nigga, I'll start grabbing the belt, nigga, mid-air.
Oh
Like, nigga,
no. Oh
like,
no.
hold
That's
up.
when
hey,
hey,
hey, the
that's when
worst
I
ones
got
came from your
introduced to
mama.
left and
My
right.
mom used to sit on top of you and beat you down while she butt
Um
naked cheeks, butt naked
not
cheeks,
butt
and
chin, not booty meat
hey,
out.
hey, not even that. Check this out. One day, my mama told me to do the kitchen, right, and I did it, right. All the dishes was clean, all except one, right? So my mama got me good and sleep, gave us dessert and everything. He say good
Not
night, and my
dessert.
mama, yeah, my mom was a G, right? But anyway, my mama,
Ugh. Woo.
she was always up because she was always up. She used to walk around and pray. So she got done praying, was about to get her favorite coffee cup, and I didn't do her coffee cup, man. My mama pulled every dishes out the freaking thing, and she said, "Boy, you gonna wash all these dishes?" She said, "I don't give a." My mama didn't cuss. See, at that time, when me and my brother, my little sister was growing up, we never saw my parents drink and all that because they got saved and sanctified way before then. You see what I'm saying? For we was my older sister, the only one that saw the other side of them. We ain't never saw it. We saw the saved by the power divine, saved. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey,
When
I
I
grew up. I
graduate, I
grew up.
want you to sing for me, T Price. I want you to go up to the school and sing for me.
Hey man, shoot, man.
I want you to sing me an old school shy song.
Man, it don't even matter. I
I
got to
will
sing for
be
the
your
Lord.
comforter.
Hey man, hey, y'all hit that like button, man. This is about one of the this is day one of the killing spree of the old head podcast, cause I'm gonna be missing on the milk carton. If James ain't cooking, I'm serious, bro. If James ain't cooking, know your boy ain't cooking. If Gigi be on there, I definitely shout out to Gigi, man. We had to go over there
Shout out to
and
Gigi.
we got to get her
Yeah.
channel cranking too, man, because I forgot to tell Ticket about too. So Ticket should start shouting at her channel, man, like she did, like he did for me, man. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's how I got these subscribers and everything like that. But man, YouTube
Right.
be messing with the numbers, bro. I've been doing this going on 4 years, man, and they've been messing with
Right.
the numbers. And then you expect me to still go against the system, as my boy James, man, my boy, know your boy would say, that's my boy, man. It's crazy, man. I knew James before this, man. Like, cause it's crazy because one of my partners from Lake Charles, I ain't gonna say his name, but anyway, he used to play for the Lake Charles Sharks, right? And
Uh-huh.
that was a semi-pro football team, and they used to
Right.
come to the place where I was working at, and I was already off parole by then. You know, so I only had to do 3 months on that. That was it. You know what I'm saying? I had to do
Tory
only.
Lane status.
Yeah, it was just my first conviction. You know what I'm saying? They gave me 18 months. I did six. I did six in county. I did basically 6.5 in county before I got sentenced. So then
Uh,
I did. So when I went to my count, that's why, you know, I always tell when because I got out in Louisiana. That's why Louisiana is like a second home to me because I learned so much from them people there. You know what I
right.
mean? How to keep your head on a swivel. Don't trust a lot of people. Good people, man, feed you anything, bro. I'm talking about cook. I mean, cooking. You know, the Southern
Southern
hospitality. You already know
hospitality.
is. You know what I mean? And I
Right.
met so many great people there. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? I met some hoe ass niggas. You know that try to. You
Hey, don't
know,
talk about me
um,
like that.
I met a lot of hoe ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? That that wasn't real. That was in my face. And then that's why having a father, even though me and him used to bump heads a lot, because when you're the only, but people don't understand, if you're the only one in your family that always gets in trouble all the time and everybody else seems like they're perfect angels and everything like that, everybody know your dirt, but they don't know everybody else's dirt. You know, cause my
Right.
auntie tell me this all the time. She said, "Baby, you got some people, you got some kids, they secrets don't never come out.
Yeah.
Don't be
Wow.
mad at, you know what I mean." And I ain't never,
It
and
don't
then
it
that's
don't
why
come
I
out
never,
until they turn into Lil Nas X, nigga. Shit.
yeah, oh,
Oh my God. Now
that
my
part.
stomach hurts.
Yes, my
Damn.
stomach bubbling.
Right.
Man,
Hey,
why you
some of
have to
his
do
Uh,
old
that, Elizabeth
classmates
John?
put him on blast though. Nigga said that nigga wasn't like that in high school. And I say,
Oh
nigga, I
man.
knew it. That's that agenda shit, nigga.
look.
Oh yeah,
Leezy,
we
do
can
you really
after we
want to
after.
get into this?
Nah. We
Hey,
gonna talk
I'm
about the
just
game
keeping
from
it
last
100,
night.
bro.
Oh,
We
okay,
gonna talk
okay.
about we gonna talk about the games
I'll
from
call
last
you
night.
later so we can go over this.
Yeah, cause we ain't gonna. This is one of the last streams. This is day one of the killing spree of the Old Head Podcast. I know y'all gonna be happy. We ain't gonna mention Jay Reed because he's not even in the playoffs. So so then you can't say all you have to do is but talk about Jay Reed. But when they talk about him, you know what? Since we have to talk about this, then we're gonna talk about the game. Why when somebody says we already know the answer to this, right? Somebody got an echo. Cause I got a deep ass voice and that shit freaking the hell out of me. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like it's like I can't get enough of them golden Chris Andre Sugar Bear Papa Bear can't get enough of them golden Chris drumming.
Well,
You know what I
well, the
mean?
St. Louis in me wants to say it's real easy. So take the pressure off myself. So
Okay, hey, he'll fix it. That's my boy though. It's crazy that man, because when I found out Lisa's birthday was after me, I was like,
I'm in the
man,
car,
that's
that's
crazy.
why. So you probably hearing like the wind and shit like that.
Yeah, you're good,
are
bro.
you going to, or are you getting off of work, or are you going to get like some chicken or something?
Nah, I'm picking up my children for their
Oh,
mama.
cool. Hey, go do your thing, man. High five. That's what I'm talking about.
And it's Friday for that nigga too. You don't have to
Right,
work the
and
weekend, do you?
it's a holiday weekend. They're gonna be with him all the way up until Tuesday morning.
Right, that part.
Man, it was. Hey, remember it was holidays when we was growing up.
Man,
Nigga,
it
it was
was
Yeah.
the
always. Mama
holidays when we
say,
was
my
growing up
mom.
was fun as hell, boy. Goodness
Man,
gracious.
we used to be outside. My mom used to be like, man, I don't know what y'all about to do. You take your behind outside. Come on in for
Right.
lunchtime. Everybody always came to our house. My mama house was everybody came in to eat. My mom had to feed us and all the daycare kids. Them daycare kids didn't even want to go home.
Right. It was my grandma's house.
Yeah,
Hey,
everybody. We
Elise,
had
I didn't know you
everybody
looked
from
like
the
Kobe
church and
Bryant.
everybody.
You said what?
I didn't know you looked exactly like Kobe Bryant. Damn.
Allegedly.
Oh, allegedly.
He said allegedly, huh? Kobe is my
Yeah,
It's,
damn.
God.
that's like my
Kobe
homies.
is
That's like
my
my
God.
homegirls really thought Will Strong looked like Mikael Pfeiffer. Allegedly.
Oh, that's sad. I mean, oh, okay. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
Allegedly,
Hey, I had Will's dying with that shit. He's like, man, for real, my homegirls really thought that nigga. Just said, like, Terrence, does he look like? I'm like, girl, I don't know. That nigga look like man. You asking the wrong person, man.
bro.
How about you listen to the show?
Now,
And
which
then you
Mackay
ask
Pfeiffer?
yourself.
The Mackay
Yeah,
Pfeiffer from The Boy Is Mine, or the Mackay Pfeiffer from 8 Mile? Because that 8 Mile
yeah, that's
Mackay Pfeiffer, I don't
yeah,
know. Look like he
It's
fell off.
different
And then,
variations, bro. Different
right.
yeah.
variations.
Hey,
Different
those shit locks
variation.
he had on his head,
Man.
absolutely not.
Right.
That was a
And is
classic
it just
movie, though.
me, or was that the best I've ever heard Exhibit's freestyle in his life?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Hey,
think, hold on, I
you
think
haven't
Exhibit
heard?
and Redman
Yeah,
got a new one, I think.
yeah, Zibik and Redman. Zibik actually went hard on there, man. I don't know why people say that. It's all some people don't like certain people, man. I think Exhibit. I think Exhibit is nice, man. He get his respect from the West.
Yeah, I
I've
thought
been
he was cool.
saying I listen to everybody, but one of my
Right.
favorite artists is them Texas boys and and my boy Spitter that's in the background.
Well, I tell
Um,
you this, uh, just because I'm St. Louis, to hell with Nelly and everybody that's associated with him. That's number one. Number two, I lean towards East Coast, so I will have to say Cassidy as lyricist, freestyler, because I actually give you more credit if you can freestyle than if you can make a bullshit album.
Right, right,
So let me see. Oh my God, where do I
that
start?
part.
I put Cassidy, Big
Big
L,
L. Yeah.
uh, And the only
Big
reason why
Pun.
he's not first is because Cassidy's still alive. I wouldn't put Big Pun. I'm sorry. I got he's
Nah,
on the list, but he's not in my top five.
Nigga, motherfucking,
nah.
what's the name,
It's all
bro?
about who you like. I like
Rakim.
Nas.
What?
Rakim is a
Big
Rakim,
beast.
Daddy
yeah.
Kane. Big Daddy Kane.
He's in my top 10, but not my top five.
See, when it comes to the
Big,
hip hop, bro, it's so hard to
Biggie.
even to me. This is why it's like it's so hard for
Of
me
course,
to even
Biggie. How
rate
dare you,
anything
Elise?
because it was so many. It's so many great artists, especially from. Let's look at the East Coast for instance. There's so many great rappers in the East Coast alone that people don't even talk about. You see what I'm saying? And that list is heavy. That's where hip hop was born. That's a plethora of cats, bro. It's just hard for me.
Jadakiss.
Jada, oh Jada,
Jadakiss. Oh, Jesus Christ. I forgot about Jadakiss. How can I forget about
Yo,
Jadakiss? My bad.
Jada
I
Kiss,
apologize.
Jada Kiss, my boy Styles P. I love
Styles
Styles.
P. Lloyd
Styles
Banks.
P.
Nigga, Lloyd Banks
Fabulous.
was
No,
spitting.
Lil Banks still be snapping.
Lloyd Banks, nigga, be spitting, bro.
And what's that? And what's that dude? What's that dude that used to be with DMX? He be still be spitting too.
Oh,
Um,
I forgot he was part of the Rough Riders.
yeah, from the Rough Riders. Yeah, what's that dude's name? I see his face now. Oh my, yeah, I be seeing he have it, man. Them dudes still be going, bro. Redman still be
DMX. We
keeping it
forgot
trill.
about DMX.
DMX, Method
Oh, rest
Man,
in
you on
peace,
the list?
DMX.
Method
The
Man.
Memphis,
Meth. Man,
Meth, the
what?
Calgin, ice cream.
Right.
Oh, we forgot it.
Excuse
Wait,
me
shout
as
out
I kiss the
to
sky. It's so
shout
many
out
great ones, man.
to the real
Cool Mo
Lati in
D.
the comments that said Nas hard too. Yeah, I forgot about Nas. So shout out
I
to
Oh,
you in the
said
yeah,
nah.
comments.
Nas Escobar. Right. Can't forget about
Nasty
Nas.
Nas.
Hey,
I don't fuck with
hey,
JC
it's
like
funny
that,
that
though.
you missing Nelly, right? If it's funny that you missing Nelly, right? I remember back in the day, right? And shout out to my boy J Dub, because J Dub can actually the dude that actually made I ain't gonna it ain't another story. I actually met Do or Die. It was at the studio
Do you want to
where he was
ride?
at. Yeah, they did a concert, right? They did a
Uh,
concert on Post at Fort Riley, and I met Do or Die. You know, I man, it was just like they were just looking at him. They was looking at me. They was like, I met them. I said, introduce myself, and I was talking to J Dub, and next thing you know, I just left in that dip, and he was just like, I know they probably was like, man, like he's like, nah, that's just T Price, man. Like he don't care who you are, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just what it is, man. I seen so many, especially when I lived in
I see
Atlanta.
you in
When
the
I say
comments, Vaughn. I see you in the comments, Vaughn. Come on
when
up
I
here to
was
the panel.
man, yeah, this is one of the last streams, man. I got two more to go, man. I'm gonna cook with y'all about to about 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock ish. You know, I
what's
gotta
hey?
be early in the
What's
morning, going in the
And
what's
hit
morning,
poppin'
that,
going
about
back to
hit
work
that
the
like,
tomorrow.
and hit that cash app. We're trying to keep him on the air. He ain't gonna say it, so damn it, I'll say it. Let's hit that cash app. Come on now, we need old head podcast on the
hey,
airways more than
this the recovery stream, y'all. Hit that damn cash app.
this is like that Martin episode when they were doing that telephone. Come on, man.
Right. When they did the
Let's keep old head on the air. He trying to retire and shit. Come on, hit that cash app. Do it for me, baby. I'll Diddy party you. Come on for me, baby.
Oh shit.
Okay,
Hey,
I'm
what
not
y'all
gonna
think
Diddy
about
party
last
you.
night's games? Well, how y'all
La-
felt about last night games, man?
Last
Crazy.
night's game solidified. We always call these games the MVP trophy games. I do not
Hmm.
know a game when a player gets the MVP that they don't show their ass. Jordan used to always do it. Kobe did it.
Right.
Even Shaq did it. Um, now I think Dirk did it, but he lost the series. But he still showed out in the MVP game.
Right.
There
Right.
was no way in the hell that SGA was not going to show out in game two when he got his rightfully deserved MVP
Right.
that he should have got a round ago.
Hmm.
Right. That he should have
And
got last year too. He should be a motherfucking two-time shit back to back. To be
He
honest with
should
you.
be back to back, and then again, the truth keep on giving because my boy just sent me the video. Hey, I already seen it already when he was talking to he was talking to these kids, and it was like, that's like, who's your GOAT? And he's like, he said, my GOAT is Kobe Bryant. He's like he's MJ, but he's not MJ, but he's more of MJ on steroids. He said, I grew
Dang.
up, but he still. That's what he said, bro. You know, because his
You gotta
favorite player
send me
was
the
Kobe
video,
Bryant.
bro.
It got
Look,
you can just man, I forgot you don't be on the TikTok, man. TikTok, man, that's how I be getting
Oh,
all
is it
my
on
boys be
TikTok?
seeing all
I
the
go to
videos.
TikTok and look it up. I'll look it up on
Oh yeah,
TikTok.
you on TikTok? Yeah, you can
Yeah,
look it up, look up his interview. Yeah,
you
that's
send
how
me shit
I
all the
sent
time.
y'all some. Oh yeah,
oh,
I forgot,
Fetty,
bro.
according to the comments, that one dude that's got a hairpiece and go to Diddy parties from Akron, he won his MVP and lost that MVP game according to the real Lati or Luti. Please tell me I'm
I
saying your
really
name
did.
right. I'm giving you a shout out.
The real
The
Lat,
real
the Lat.
T, that's the homie.
Yeah,
That's the homie. He
Oh,
be
okay.
all on the
Shouts out to
screen.
you.
Hey,
So,
that's my
just
Leasy,
like
what you
usual,
know about Sean Price, Leasy?
yeah. Mark, hey, Martavis, you ain't subscribed to my channel, are you?
send me the link and I'll subscribe.
Shit, all right.
The
Shit, I've
real
been looking for
Leezy.
you.
Send that shit, T Prism. I don't know how to send that shit in the chat. Put it
Oh,
in the
I sent
chat.
it. I put it in the chat, bro. All you got.
Uh,
Oh, never mind. I ain't gonna do it. But this is how I look at it, right? We are the real little T. The gift keep on giving, man. See, this is part. See, we don't want to mention this, man. Like this is just too much, man. This is really too easy, man. So he just said that we just having a discussion about everybody that won their MVP. They showed out, right? Except
right.
Jay Reed from Akron. Go figure. And he lost the game too. You notice every achievement this man always gets, he always lose. So I don't get these. I don't get it. But let's get back to more recent times. Even though he's still in the league, Shea Gildress, I don't see Minnesota beating these boys. I don't see it. I
The
don't
only
see
way
it.
I see it is if there's an injury to Chet, injury to a secondary piece. But the way Shea is playing, he is literally playing like a 15, 16-year veteran. He knows where his spots is.
Right.
Mhm.
Somebody pointed this out. I don't know your name. I hate the fact to take your point and not give you credit for it. But there was somebody on your stream yesterday before I joined because I was having a lot of internet problems. He said that it was James. James said this. Shout out to James. Hey, know your boy sports. He said that he was filling the game out in game one. That's why he went 2 for 8. But when it was time for him to turn it on, he went to all those money spots. He hit all those money moves. He got them in foul trouble. He took the game over. And correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm wrong a lot, but correct
I
me if I'm
posted it in the
wrong.
chat
This is
in the
okay, cool.
channel.
This is what we've been saying about LeBron the whole time. When the game is on the line, he does not have a go to move to clean the game up and close the game out. And this is why we get so frustrated with him because he's supposed to be bigger, stronger, faster, hoop the hardest, piss the softest. I don't care. They say all these things about him, but he does not take games over when games need to be taken over. And I've been playing basketball damn near my whole life. And nobody's ever told me when it's clutch, make the right play. They always told me to make a play. Shout out to Ron Ton if you listen. Get your ass on the panel, Ron Ton. Come on now. We need your velvety soft voice. Come on. Let's go. Old head trying to retire on our ass. No, we ain't going to get those lights up. Come on. Donate to that damn Cash App. I don't care if it's $1. Let's keep old head on the airways. We need people like this.
Big facts.
Come on, Vaughn. Come with it. I know you are you a Godzilla fan too?
Say what?
You a Godzilla fan?
I mean, I am, but that's Grimlock on my picture.
No, I get
Grimlock.
it's Grimlock. It's just it reminded me of Godzilla. I'm Team Kong, so we got a
Oh,
natural rivalry. No, don't say oh shit. Don't say that. All right, they teaming up in these last three
I
movies.
fuck with Kong, but we know
No,
we
no,
know who the
no,
real king
no,
is.
no, no, no. I need
We
you
know
to
who the real
sound a
king
little
is.
bit more supportive for Team Kong than you. You was about to
No,
say, "Oh
like I said, I
shit."
mess with King Kong, but we know who the
No,
real
no,
king is,
no,
though.
no, no. We
We
gonna give
know
you a
who
do
had to
over.
bow down, or he would
No,
have
no,
got his
no, no.
ass.
Fuck all that.
He
'Cause
would
now
have
you
got his
sound like
ass
my wife
wiped
and my
out.
children. No, no, no,
I
no,
said,
no, no, Vaughn. No, because I'm gonna take this personal now. We gonna give you a do
It ain't
over.
nothing personal. You saw
No,
it.
no, no, no. We gonna
You
give
saw
you a
him
do
bow
over.
down. You saw him say,
No,
"You
no,
saw
no. I didn't see
Godzilla
Kong
say
do shit. Oh no,
bow
because
down."
I've seen gorillas. I've never seen a 60-foot fucking lizard. So if we want to talk about reality, so I think you
Ah.
need to be a little bit supportive to your boy. So we're gonna
No,
try this again. We're gonna try this one more time. So Vaughn, are you a Godzilla fan?
I love Godzilla. I remember
Okay,
I grew up as a baby on Godzilla. I used to have the
okay, that's fine. Now
the 2 foot
that's
Godzilla
fine.
toy.
Now we're going to what I said. I'm Team Kong. Are you gonna breathe out hard
So
again? Or are we gonna be like, cool? I'm
no,
Team
we cool.
Kong.
But I
Okay,
mean, we
see, we
seen
got
what
hard.
happened.
Look, look,
We
look, look, look.
seen
Fuck the
King
movie.
Kong
We're
bow
talking about me and
down.
you right now.
We
We're talking
seen
about me and
King
you
Kong
right now.
bow down to the
Look, look,
real
look, look.
king.
Say you're walking on that goddamn thin ice again.
Godzilla, man.
No, I'm Leezy, I'll get your ass in a minute.
We
Vaughn,
saw what happened with he had a
Vaughn,
foot on his
Vaughn,
chest, and he was told to
nigga,
tamper down.
It
He
wasn't
had
in
a
the
foot on
script.
his
nigga.
chest.
Look, I will fight everybody on this panel,
Had a
including
foot
you,
on his chest
Elysia, and
like
you.
tamper down before I
Look,
activate
look,
the
look,
nuclear blast. I'm right
Vaughn,
here. You can't go nowhere.
Vaughn.
Yeah,
There is
I'm gonna
no
Godzilla.
activate this
lizard.
nuclear
Godzilla.
blast right in your face.
Godzilla's a
Tamper
There is.
giant.
down, son.
Y'all better not be jumping on me. Or I'm gonna take my ball and go home. Now,
I
I've
ain't.
never seen a
I'm not
lizard
in this.
vomit radiation before. I've seen a gorilla beat the shit out of an ox. Okay, so I don't care what this new movie talking about. He put his foot on his chest and
Hey, I
made him
love
bow down.
oxtails, though. I love oxtails.
Sit this one out, Easy. You sit this one out. Okay? I will call you when I want your opinion. This is between me and Vaughn. He started it, even though I asked him to come
No,
up here. He
you
started
asked me. You asked me the question. I'm only answering you.
no, no, no,
That's
no.
all I'm doing.
Don't try to use your nigga Jedi powers on me. I know what you said. I was standing here when you said it. Now, for the third time, okay, and then we will get back to it because this is bigger than our
Lighters in the
NBA debate.
air. Lighters in the air, man. Y'all been hit that like
Oh my
button,
goodness,
man.
you got me crying,
This
fool.
is bigger
NBA,
than
bro.
NBA. I need you to put some respect on the ape, the king, the
Don't
true
get
king,
Oh,
King
Kong
Kong, the
King
king.
Kong
King
gets my
Kong.
respect, bro. He gets my
Okay, all
respect.
right, cool,
King
cool.
Kong ain't got nothing on me.
Now, Elise, since you was talking shit, what was you saying while I was talking to Vaughn? I just need to
Nigga,
hear what
hey,
was all that about?
hey,
It's your turn.
Godzilla.
Oh
Oh,
my goodness,
hey,
boy, you
that
got me
nigga
in tears over
Godzilla,
here,
nigga,
dog.
damn, son, he'll start scratching your ass, nigga, with them nails. You be fucked up.
Look, look, look. Godzilla is not a 40-year-old black woman, so I don't want to hear shit about his nails. Okay, that's number one. Number two, he's fighting a real ape or gorilla or whatever the hell you want
Yeah,
to call it. Look, I
Jurassic
have
Park.
family. Right, I got family members that look like gorillas. That's why I'm saying I'm Team Kong. I lean more into the ape because I'm more of an ape myself. I'm real
Yeah,
relaxed and cool, but if you piss me off or you mess with my food or my kids, then
right,
I turn into a gorilla. So look,
right.
my dad's a lizard fan. My wife and kids are lizard fan. Look, Levon, I'm gonna tell you how bad it is. My son, my youngest boy, the one that has my personality, well, mostly my anger, but it looks like it's mine. This nigga has the nerve to be Mecha Godzilla fan. Look, I had to
Oh
almost
damn,
write him out my will. I had the
not Mecha
eraser. I was calling
Godzilla.
the lawyer. I was like, this nigga's really gonna do this to us. I'm solo dolo in the family. So when I hear people that got the same birthday as me and niggas that's born a day after me and my BFF Vaughn that I just became best friends with, yeah, I'll send the paperwork in the mail. It'll be in your email before you know. But you gonna sit up here and try to poo poo King Kong like that? Look, I had to take that. I've been taking medication, everybody. I'm so sorry, but I just had to get this shit off my chest because King Kong has not been getting the respect that's been due him, and he's been the
Ah,
MVP way before Godzilla was.
Yeah, King
So
Kong was nigga born before the 1900s, so I feel you on that one.
nah,
it's just the only
uh-uh.
thing, Vaughn, the only thing that made me frustrated is like you took a deep breath, like, oh shit, this shit again. Look, they on the same team. It's like Money Train with
The,
Wesley
on, the
Snipes and
only
fucking.
the only
It's like
Damon
reason
Wayne.
I got like that is
right.
because I do a lot of reading up on ancient history,
Who
and a
told you
lot
to
of stuff that
read?
we was
Stop
taught,
reading. That was
a
your
lot of
first
stuff that we was
mistake.
taught, we was lied to about, like the dinosaurs and stuff like that. So,
Right.
Okay.
but I don't want to get into that conversation. We, you know what I'm saying? I'll
Toronto
be all
Raptors,
day on that
nigga.
shit.
Right.
So that's all. That's why I said that. That's why that came out that way. My bad. It wasn't to be disrespectful to the great King Kong.
King
I have
Kong, right.
nothing but
Okay.
respect for that
Now,
brother.
Vaughn. Now, Vaughn. I'm gonna buy you a rib tip dinner with extra bread, sauce on the side, coleslaw, or
Make sure
potato
it's beef
salad.
ribs.
See, right.
I
See,
don't do
so
I don't eat
and I
pork.
know, and look, my sister-in-law lives in Houston, so it's a short drive.
Already.
We can meet in the middle. We can go half on gas, how you want to do it. But just
Yep.
by you saying that, I retract 60% of what I said before you said that. So we good now.
Oh shit.
Now, what is your thoughts about the game with Minnesota and the Vikings versus the OKC Thunder?
The Vikings. Yeah, I just think just Minnesota. They still got a lot of learning to do. I thought they were prepared, even though before the playoffs started, I picked OKC anyway. I thought OKC was the team to beat, but I'm rooting. But my heart is with Minnesota. I would like to see them win, but OKC. It seems like they're learning from the mistakes that they made last year to take that next step to winning a championship. 'Cause I don't know. I believe you weren't in. I don't think you was in Gigi's chat when I mentioned the Sacramento Kings game prior to the playoffs. I was saying
Oh
that when I
yeah.
watched that game, I saw that game, and the Oklahoma City Thunder reminded me of the '91 Bulls when I kind of knew this was a team that was about to win a championship because even though Jordan was who Jordan was, you seen his teammates start to take that next step and say, "Okay, Mike, your shot ain't going on. We got you until you get your rhythm." The
What they
Sacramento game,
does.
that Sacramento
Balling
Kings
last night.
game, Shea couldn't hit nothing. He was missing layups, free throws,
Mm-hmm.
everything. But they had a comfortable lead. They had like a 10, 15 point lead because Isaiah Joe, Wiggins, Casey Wallace, all of them was basically handling the Kings. They was doing their thing, hitting the threes, getting the steals, and then by the third quarter, that 15 point within, like I say, about 2 minutes, that 15 point lead went to 30 because Shea found his rhythm, started hitting his shots, and started getting doing what he does.
I want to make I want to read something in the chat, and then Elise, I want you to come off the top rope with both elbows out. Okay. Shout out to Chess Ready for the comments. And yes, I did have two packs of Laters, and it was grape and green apple. I want to, and yes, this is about to be the livest of the livest that you ever had. So just put those likes. I need them all the way up, like my blood pressure, and I need somebody to keep touching that Cash App dollar sign Terrence Price 97. 97 was a good year. I was 16. Let's get this man. Look, my whole deal today is to keep my man TP. Are you with me on this stream? We need this type of content. We need people like Von, Elise, GG, Ron Town, and the rest of the group. We need to keep supporting content like this. Elise, what you got on that last game?
That last game, I thought that um well, I've been saying it from the beginning that OKC is the team to beat. They were the best. They've been the best two teams in a whole season the last two
Mhm.
years. Unfortunately, last year, you know what I'm saying, they got shunned. I thought they didn't get the benefit of the whistle against Luca, but it is what it is. They came back and they got even better this year. They 65 win team. You know what I'm saying? Best
68.
record in Oklahoma. It's 68, my bad. Best record in
Yeah.
Oklahoma City team history, franchise history. I don't count Seattle as Oklahoma City.
Mm,
Seattle is their own
right.
franchise. So,
And
you
even
feel
if
me?
Seattle, they still beat their win record by four because the '96 Seattle was 64-18. They went
64 and 18.
68 and 14. So either way you
Right.
slice it, it's the best winning regular season. And I remember, just not to cut you off, but just to solidify your point, there were people picking the Seattle Supersonics at 64 wins to upset the 72 and
Chicago.
10 Chicago.
I remember that too.
Yep.
Hell yeah. But shit, OKC, bro, they got, you know what I'm saying? They have the best team. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
It's
Yeah.
see,
You-
certain teams got the best players. They have the best team from 1 to 15. They can go even deeper. So it's some players that ain't even playing that they can go even deeper and get some run to.
Hmm.
So, I mean, just salute to the coaching staff, Mark Dagnall, and you know what I'm saying? Chris Paul said it yesterday pregame. He said, man, I was here with OKC. OKC was like, they like second family to me. Like, he was here when Shea was a pup. Like, he was mentoring Shea, and they had, you know, Dennis Schroeder, and they made that playoffs that one year. I think they lost to the Houston, or they lost to somebody that first year. Might have been, I forgot who it was, but they lost. But still, that's a lot of experience going through those growing pains. So Shea had a chance to really learn from like some really good veterans and some good players and be in situations that, you know, that was foreign to him. So for him to be back at this stage doing what he's doing, it's not a shock because he puts in the work. Like, you know what I'm saying? And OKC's organization does a good job allowing him to grow and just allowing him to work on his games. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's not really you don't really hear a lot about him. He's not in all your, he don't get all the publicity and everything. When players have a chance to just focus on their work ethic and be in the gym without nobody around them, like Kobe, he was a gym rat. Jordan, a gym rat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so when you allowed to be a gym rat, bro, and just focus and work on your game, those make for the best players that was ever played a game, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? All of the commercial shit and all of that other shit, that's just some other stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't have anything to do with the actual game. That's all the commercial. That's the business part of basketball. But when you are a savant and you focus literally on your craft, bro, and then you translate that to the games and it shows, you be like, this dude right here.
Elise, did you have a
Okay, see,
stroke? Oh,
you
okay.
know what I'm saying? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Oh shit, I'm probably going through a rough area. Yeah, but I think, but this one thing that I do think, Minnesota is a really good basketball team too, and they can go even deeper. But I don't know why they're deciding not to. I think that any team, bro, when you're playing older players, it's like, dude, you should only be playing older players if you have no other resort on your roster. I don't think Rudy Gobert and Mike Conley, you're not going to win a championship with them being main rotation guys. Now, veterans, you know what I'm saying, that's helping the younger guys and like, and then you call on them every so often. I understand that, but if you think that you're going to win a championship with them as main rotation guys, logging about 15 to 25 minutes, you're not going to win with that. That's why I feel like an adjustment has to be made, like, because this is a young man's league. Like, it's not really that many old players in the league that's doing what they're doing outside of Curry, maybe James Harden, and you know what I'm saying? But Curry is down at 38. Like, and then you got LeBron still putting up his numbers, but it's no impact. He just putting up like blanket numbers, but it's no impact. But
the type
shit,
of the type of point guard that Conley is not suited for Minnesota's offense.
right,
I think
that part.
he's a he's a traditional point guard. He's not
Uh-huh.
really the 3-point sniper. He's more of a break the defense down, help out big man,
Uh-huh.
free throw line and back type of player. Remember, this is the same point guard that was a point guard for the Grizzlies for so many years before Ja was drafted. So
Yeah,
he always had them in the playoffs. And remember, he went to one conference finals against OKC. So
yeah.
this is his second conference finals against that same team. I just don't like Minnesota's game plan. I'm kind of with Vaughn. It's like we want to see Minnesota do well from all those years with Garnett. And then the
Mhm.
one time they went to the conference finals, they ran into Shaq and Kobe, and it was pretty much a wrap after that. But
Right.
I don't think they got the type of game plan that's going to beat this team. And I think you emphasized it well. Oklahoma City has been the team for the last 3 seasons. And now they built their team the way they needed to build it so they can be able to win a championship. So I'm happy for that just for basketball's sake because you don't have to watch a team be built through free agency only. You know what I'm saying? You're watching a team that's been built organically and just adding parts here and there. So, but they play so very simple and solid.
Right.
SGA, when it's time to clear out and run that high screen and roll, I love the fact that he's incorporating that mid range, which opens up everything else. Because now that you incorporate that mid range, you have to keep that, the three ball, the drive, the pass, the dish off. You have all that is in your bag. And if
Yeah.
you guess wrong, you're getting scored on. Plus two, you also got to keep the foul. He knows how to draw fouls. I don't want to hear nobody tell me about anything that has the words free throw or merchant in any of their arguments. Because again, and I've said this before, and I'm gonna say it again. Nobody had a problem with it when it was James Harden doing that shit with Houston. Nobody said anything. They thought it was cute. They thought when he took the cha-cha slide back a three, they thought that was cute, and that wasn't basketball. What SGA is doing, he's playing basketball in all its facets, and he's playing defense, something that James Harden didn't do. So
Right.
I'm either this is what's going to happen. Either Minnesota's going to have to come up with a whole different game plan on the slide or on the fly for game 3 and game 4, or this shit's going to be a sweep or a gentleman's sweep.
No, but Minnesota will win the next 2 games, in my opinion. They're gonna make it a series, bro. They're not gonna get swept because they was here last year. They can't come back this year and then don't win a game. Like they've been in both of these games early, and then it got away from them because they got away from doing what was working. So if they
And
can
you
sustain
think that's
and
going to
put
change
together,
going back home? Why?
it's a change going back home. Why? Because the home court, their home crowd, the moment, like they're gonna build momentum. Ant-Man is gonna. He figured out that you know what, he was getting some great looks yesterday. He just didn't make them, and a couple of them went in and out. So the Minnesota is still getting great looks. They're not knocking them down. So they're gonna be in their home building. And guess what? Your role players, I promise you that Nas Reed has about 18 to 20 points next game, and they're gonna win that game because
Easy,
I said it. If Nas Reed don't average 20, they not winning this series. Period. But he will
easy.
get
We can
home
agree.
cooking though.
Easy. We can agree that the one thing that Anthony Edwards is good at is going in and out. His offseason proves that. So that's that. Number two, he needs to change his damn way that he approaches the game. The game is not won in the first and second quarter. You need, man, she's glistening with that chocolate ass skin. But anyway, he needs to put 4 quarters together
Yeah,
to get a win.
yeah.
Yes, they're going to have the momentum. They are going to have the momentum. We know that. Your home crowd, you feel good shooting on your own. Why are you showing that chocolate ass, glistening ass woman? Anyway, we know. Oh, she's so goddamn chocolate. Okay, I can't even concentrate. we know they're gonna have that momentum. However, this is the oh shit. This is the part that I don't like about Anthony Edwards' game. We were all taught when in when in crisis or when pressure is on, you fall back on what you usually do. And I've been watching him fall back on chucking up threes that he don't need to chuck up.
That part.
And he's the most athletic on a guard on the court.
He need to get to his mid range bag, like Shea. If he can get his mid and his post up game going, he got something.
But the question is he going to do it or is he going to fall in love with the 3 pointer?
Well, that's built in his contract, so he probably still gonna shoot threes. He just gotta make them motherfuckers. If that's the player he gonna be, nigga, I need you to make them motherfuckers at a high clip. You should be, if you're taking 12 threes a game, you should be making at least about 44% of your threes. If you can't take fucking 12 threes and only be shooting like 33%, that's counterproductive. That makes no sense. You feel me?
What he needs to do is put the pressure on the big man to send him to the line. I don't give a damn if Duncan hurts. What you need to do is come in and do what Vince Carter did against Philly. He started attacking the basket, which opened up his 3 point game. That's why he put down 8 threes in that game and had a 50 ball because he used driving to the basket so that they play him for the drive. And guess what? Now you have a goddamn open 3 and open mid range. Look, I'm not getting paid millions of dollars to figure this out. It's really simple. But if we're playing this, let's try to see how many threes we can hit. You're going home in 4, maybe 5.
That part right there. But I still feel that Minnesota gonna win. OKC gonna win the series for sure, but Minnesota gonna win two at home, and then they'll lose the next 2. I think that OKC will close it out in Minnesota, to be honest with you.
Look, we got to see what the game plan is for the game 3 because I'm a little worried for Minnesota. Now, granted, all those things that the coach for Minnesota did against Denver worked because he used to be the assistant coach for Denver. So it was easy to counteract everything they were doing. However, he didn't see OKC in the playoffs last year. They got Dallas, who knocked off OKC. This is a different animal than they were used to. This is not the Lakers. This is not Golden State. This is a team. And you can't just beat SGA. You're going to beat SGA and everybody else on the team. Because OKC is not going to beat themselves. You got to beat them. They're not going to beat themselves.
Right. You got to beat them. Minnesota, they'll play better. Naz Reid is going to be the most important player, though. He has to be if they want to win the series. But just to win a couple games, Naz Reid got to play good at home. Have to.
Now, the question I got, game 2, New York stand up versus the Indiana 500s. Who you got?
I got New York. New York can bounce back. New York can bounce
So
back.
do you
don't
think
lose a 17-point lead just like that? If you could build a 17-point lead, you should be able to beat the team easy. If that's the case,
in theory,
yeah.
But if you are not making good point guard decisions during crunch times of the game, and you're letting the door wide open for the flies to come down in the house, and the mental fact of it, do you think that blowing that 17 or 18-point lead is going to have a mental effect on the New York? Because New York hasn't been here in 25 years. Indiana was here last year.
That's true. That's true. But guess what? New York has been this type of team in the playoffs at home all year. They have a losing record at home in the playoffs, whether you want to realize it or not. They'll win one game. I don't think they're going to lose both games on their home floor. They have to win tonight. If they don't win tonight, then they don't win a series.
It's pretty much over.
Right.
Because they didn't gave all of the home court away. They have a chance to get home court. If they go to Indiana 1-1, they have a chance to get home court back with just one win.
They have a chance to steal home court back, right? And New York has been a good road team in the playoffs. They have been.
I give you that. But if they give up total home court in game 2, you might as well put the choke sign over the damn throat for the rest of the series.
Right, that
Tony
part.
Angel, Tony Angel in the chat. Shout out to you. He shouted out to everybody on the panel and old head. So shout out
Salute.
to you, Tony Angel, and everybody that's right in the chat. Keep it coming. We'll get your chats introduced in with the conversation. Don't be afraid. If you want to come up on the panel, uh, T Price will send you a link. We got to support T Price. Get those likes up. Give something to the congregation in Cash App. Let's go. The thing that I'm worried about with New York
Chess Ready
is
made a
two.
good point though too in the chat. He said that the Minnesota Timberwolves, not to cut you off, Martavian, but he said that the Minnesota Timberwolves needs to play Terrence Shannon Jr. out of Illinois. That dude is a ball, and that's why I say you have to go deep into your archives. You playing them old records, nigga. Them old records ain't hitting like that right now, nigga. You gotta go to the new shit, bro. You
But
feel me?
that's
I'm
why
just
I'm
saying.
afraid. That's why I'm afraid for Minnesota because I don't think they're trying to empty the clip. You gotta empty the clip down 0-2. If it
Yeah.
was 1-1, then your strategy is somewhat working because you just stole home court.
Right.
But down 0-2, we gotta show them something they've never seen.
Terrence Shannon and
We
Rob Dillingham can bring you straight energy, athleticism, and a scoring punch. You get what I'm saying? Like, so if you have to be able to build them up in these moments, bro, so you can build their careers. Them sitting on the bench isn't doing anything for them, bro. They need to get experience by playing.
Well, there's a certain thing called on the job training, and the playoffs is
Right,
the
that
best
part.
on the job training you can get.
Yes.
You need to know what it feels like to have the crowd against you at a worse time. It's not regular season. The playoff is a different animal. But if you get used to fighting that animal early in your career, it doesn't become harder when you get more experience. Put
Right.
those young players in, let them use some of their youth, their athleticism, or whatever they have to give you a fighting chance. Sitting up there with that little shooter from fucking Harlem Nights is not going to do it.
Facts. What you think about the Knicks, Indiana?
I think I'm a little upset because I feel like Cat should be dominating this series. I'm really sick and tired of watching somebody that's damn near 7 feet play like they're a small forward. That bothers me. I don't feel like there's anybody on Indiana that can check him 1-on-one. He is a self check because he's trying to shoot threes instead of punish down low and get some of those big problems that Indiana has, like Siakam and that one dude that wears dresses in off season, and Foul Turner, Miles Turner. He needs to be getting them in foul trouble, banging in the post. You get them out of the way. Now you got an easy lane to the cup. But I don't see him playing like that. Yes, he had 30, or did he have 30 or 35 in game one?
31, I think. You talking about Karl Anthony Towns, right?
Hey, I heard that.
Yeah.
I heard how you. I just got back on. I heard how you just slide that in. They wear fall dresses in the summertime. I heard that.
Oh, okay. My bad. I'm sorry. I'll stop. No, but but yeah, Carl Anthony Towns, he needs to dominate. They didn't bring Carl Anthony Towns over here to play the same role as Randall. That's why they traded him for him. They need a presence in the middle, and he's not acting like a presence in the middle. He's acting like a small forward. What? How would the game have looked up by 18 with 3 minutes left? You put Cat in the post and get him, have him back down, run the shot clock out, and get a try to get a high percentage shot. Am I wrong? Please tell me I'm wrong. Chat, am I
Nah,
wrong?
you're not wrong. Nope.
So why is he sitting his weak ass on the wing, clapping his hand, ready to take another three, and you're already up by 18?
It's the mentality of this era of players, bro. Because
So
that
if
shit.
you keep this
Because
mentality,
Right, because I love what you said about him needing to get in the post. He actually did a great job mixing up playing in the post and shooting his 3-point shots. He did a great job up until those last 3 minutes of the game. He started standing around the perimeter like we know Carl Anthony Towns to do, just standing around the perimeter and taking back. And like I was saying earlier, they were up enough to where they could have just brought the ball down the court, let the shot clock run out. Indiana wouldn't have had enough possessions to come back. But they just kept making poor decision after poor decision during those last 3 minutes of the game. I think they was up 16, 18, something like that. Yeah, those last
18 under 4.
That was crazy.
Listen, bro, that's just bad basketball. Anytime you up 15 points with 2 minutes and 37 seconds left and you lose the game, that ain't. And I mean, yeah, shout out to Indiana for doing what they supposed to do, but New York gave that game away, man.
The champ is here.
Stupid ass basketball decisions. Carl Anthony Towns thinking 30-foot 3-point shots and all that with 20 seconds left in the shot clock. Like, just silly basketball. Like you said, it wasn't even enough possessions in the game if they would have just caught 5 or 6 24-second shot clocks. That wouldn't have been enough possessions left in the game, bro.
And that's why I'm saying, after that game 1, Indiana has all the momentum in the world. And game 2, the New York Knicks are going to have to not only break that momentum, but they're going to have to prove to this team and this finals coach that they can't close the game out, because Indiana feels like they can not only beat them on their own home, but they're trying to take game 2. Let's not be deceived. Indiana's coming in there to take both games.
Yep.
I wouldn't doubt it, bro. The way they've been hooping, I got to salute them.
Hey, Ronton, I got to ask you this question, my guy.
What's that, bro?
Godzilla or King Kong? Who you got?
Who do I prefer, or who I think winning the fight?
Who do you prefer? Don't try to play this with me. You know what I want to hear.
Oh,
you know what I want.
I'm a gorilla.
Oh, my nigga.
I'm a gorilla.
Say no more.
I got to go.
Say no more. Say no more. It's over. It's over. I told you, Elise. I told you, Vaughn. It's about the gorilla. Nobody fears a goddamn lizard. It's about the gorilla. I knew you was my relative, Ron. I knew it. I could tell the way you talk. You was in my family.
That's a fact.
Hallelujah.
I got to go with the silverback, man.
Yeah. And when I see you, you get a rib tip plate with potato salad, 4 pieces of bread, sauce on the side and sauce on the meat.
That's a fact.
You gotta dip the Wonder Bread in something. Oh man, y'all making me feel good. Again, in the chat, tell me who you got. You got Godzilla or you got King Kong in the chat. Come on now, don't act like you ain't playing this game with me. So we're split down the middle. It's 4 people on the panel, or it was 4 people. I don't know where Elise went, but it's 4 people on the panel. We got it split 2 and 2. 2 for Godzilla, 2 for the true king, King Kong. And you have to remember, King Kong's the king of New York too. So we got to put that in there too. Yeah, he could have went to any building. What did he go to? The Empire State Building. He died, but at least he went up there.
Yeah, King Kong a bad motherfucker.
I'm sorry to do it to you, Vaughn, but I love you too. You still getting a plate, but I love you too. I haven't even got T Price. T Price, who you going with? Gorilla or Lizard? Kong, I never cared for Godzilla. Man, Rilla T, my man. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. That's what I'm talking about. We got 2 King Kongs for Chess Ready and the Rilla T. Yes, King Kong. I don't know what was so good about lizards that breathe fire, because That's just like dragons, and I don't believe in dragons. Just like I don't believe in.
Man, how the fuck Godzilla gonna whoop King Kong with them little ass arms?
I don't know, but they try to say made him kneel in that last movie. Nobody counting that last goddamn movie when they know that it was made for I don't know people that like lizards. Y'all have y'all movies about lizards. It's called Jurassic Park.
That's a fact.
We got King Kong all day with Spider-Man on the standby.
All I'm
Okay.
gonna say, since we going there, is if the Most High didn't try to destroy this planet, you'd be singing a whole different tune, sir. That's all I'm gonna
Vaughn,
say, and I'm
no,
gonna
no,
leave
no,
it there.
no. I'm gonna say it in my bill collector voice. Vaughn. Now, I love the Most High just like you do because you mentioned it. But I'm gonna say just like this: if we really knew what happened, don't you think it would have been penned in the greatest book ever written? I'm just saying.
I
The last
mean,
time I studied it, I never remember hearing anything about you know
yeah, because they
dinosaurs.
don't. Because the people who control everything don't want you to know that information. Do you know what the
I
word
think
dinosaur actually means? See, that's why I
lizard.
didn't want to get into this conversation because I'm gonna get into a whole teaching lesson now. If you
Oh
know what
no
I
no
mean.
no no no! We can't do that on the stream. I'm gonna give you my
Okay,
number,
that's
and
what I
maybe
was
you're
gonna
gonna
say.
talk
Do you
about
know
that.
what the word dinosaur actually means? Do you know what it actually means? You want me to
Tell me,
tell
I'm
you?
curious now.
It
I'm
means
curious.
terrifying lizard. That's the definition of dinosaur. Terrifying lizard. And
Oh,
not terrifying as in, he's just scary. It's terrifying as in you looking at a damn lizard the size of the Empire State Building.
I mean, don't they say that crocodiles and alligators the last living descendants of the dinosaurs?
They were able to survive because they live underwater.
No, I'm saying that's a fact. I'm just
Yeah.
saying they the only descendants of the dinosaurs left, right?
Yeah. Yep. Or as far as the reptile species, yes.
The reptilian species, right?
Yes.
Like, and it's crazy because them motherfuckers could live for 100 years, bro.
and I think correct me if I'm wrong because I just want to make sure we on the same page here, Vaughn. But when you said the Most High tried to destroy the earth, you're talking about doing the flood, correct?
Exactly.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm with you. Hey, get my number from T Price, and me and you gonna sit down. We're gonna have some good old school Texas style jam session.
Hey, yo,
Oh,
matter
and
of fact,
and guess what? You live in
I'm about.
Texas, so you know what they've been finding around the state of Texas. I know you've seen that
Well,
information in the
not only
news.
that, because I told Ron Tom this. I've been studying the greatest book ever been the greatest book ever written, and the one thing that it said in 2 Peter 3:10, it said all things will be discovered and revealed before the great day of the Most High. So
Yep.
I'm gonna end that part of that conversation on that. You go and yeah, Ron Town, I want you to have my number too. You can
Hey,
get
yo,
that
no,
from
listen. I was just about to
I'm
tell
about to
both
send
of
it to
y'all.
you.
I
I'm
just
about
told
to
both
send
of
it to
y'all.
y'all.
I just put
I'm about
mines
to
in the
send it to
private
y'all.
chat. I just put mines in the private chat. So
Okay.
y'all lock that in.
copy. Cool. Okay, and I'm getting ready to put mine in. Uh,
I'm about to send it. I'm about to text it to y'all
Oh yeah,
numbers.
text it to me,
I'm
T
about
Price,
to,
if you got it. If you got their numbers,
yeah,
text it to me.
yeah, yeah.
I
I'm
just
about to
put,
send it. I'm sending it right now.
that's what I'm talking about. 'Cause we can sit up here and talk about basketball, who's gonna win the MVP and who's gonna do this and who's not playing up to snuff. But if you do not know what's happening to you in real life, everything else is a fantasy.
yeah, that's a fact.
I said
And
the
not everything that you hear on the news is true.
Yeah, you're right
Yeah.
about that, Marsha. That news ain't. I don't believe shit. The news said. I don't believe shit they say, bro. I don't see them have so many articles and so many situations wrong.
so many scare tactics.
I,
Now,
I
now
remember.
I know it. I know everybody. I don't mean to cut you off, Ron. I'm gonna say this last thing. I'm gonna let you sing like a Aretha Franklin. But all the people that was within adulthood during 9/11, and I hate to bring it up, but I'm just gonna put it out there. You remember the report that Tower 7 fell, and right as they were reporting that it fell, it started falling down.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I got a chest ready. Said non-believers of Christ have controlled the Bible, suppressing the word. Double facts. Because at the end of the book of Revelations, in the 22nd chapter, before it closed out with amen, it said, do not add to or take away what is written in this scroll, or you will have the curse of the Most High.
That's a
All be the praise. Amen.
that's a fact. And you know what? I think like, and that's the problem that I have. You feel me? Because if you look up the word holy, it means pure and untampered with. You feel me?
Come on now. Let's go.
It means pure and untampered with. So like there should only be one version of the Bible. You feel me? Old Testament, New Testament, one version. It shouldn't be what, this is what I think it said, or this is what, or I'm deciphering and giving you my own view on it. You feel me? It's only one word, bro. I think
Right.
they did that with the Torah. I think they did that with the Quran. Because to me, after like I said, like looking into, I'm like, man, the books are so much alike. I said, yeah, they change a character here, get this character a new description, but the books are so much alike. It's scary. I said, it's like somebody wanted to twist the words and have people confused. You feel? I said, but
Because the one thing that the theme of the Bible has been consistent with is the fact that man's rule has failed mankind. We were
right,
only perfect when the Most High made the rules, set the standards, and had everything heading in the right direction. Adam and Eve messed that up. We can all agree with that, whatever you believe in.
yeah,
Everything after that was like this. Grandma got a recipe for her cornbread. She's had this recipe for hundreds of years, passed down to a whole bunch of generations. And then it's that one person that wanted to add an ingredient here, add an ingredient there. And
right.
then when you bring that cornbread to the table, guess what? It don't taste like grandma's cornbread.
Look like it, but it don't taste like it.
I I don't want to put too much on Adam and Eve because they were just simple humans. What I know or what I came to learn is there were some certain angels that were made some promises and they got impatient, and that's where
Mm, that's interesting.
conflicts and other stuff started to happen,
Mm.
and family feuds, because that's what really happened. It was a family feud amongst the heavenly hosts.
And we're not talking about Family Feud with like Steve Harvey or anything. We're talking
Right?
about
No.
actual family. Okay.
Yeah, it was actual family feud amongst the heavenly hosts, as they call them.
Mm. Yeah, I wonder where Eleazy went. He probably had to drop his kids off or take them to dinner or this, that, and other. But Vaughn, I don't think I got your take on game two tonight.
Oh, the Knicks is under pressure. All the pressure is on the Knicks. They got to win this game. So they. I mean, honestly, I can't call it because I really thought after going into game one, the Knicks had I thought they had the better team based on their starting five, because their starting five can not only they can play both sides of the ball. They didn't
Mm.
have any guys that you could put on the court and you thought were a weak link. But once the pressure of closing the game out started to happen, you seen cracks in the armor,
Interesting.
which I wasn't expecting from that team, the New York Knicks. I could expect it from Cleveland because I don't know Darius Garland to handle that kind of pressure yet. But I've seen Jalen Brunson do it. That's why he was Mr. Clutch.
Well, I seen Jalen Brunson do it in the Western Conference without Luca, so I had a little bit more. I had a little bit more confidence in Brunson. Remember, he
Right.
put on up 41 in the second round, or was it the first round of the playoff game when Luca had to sit down.
Look,
So after seeing them, how they basically just lost a game that they pretty much had won. I'm kind of like losing faith in them now,
and
if it makes sense. Like, I don't have faith in them because I saw them panic under pressure in a game
And
that they had won.
I'm glad you used that word panic, because that's the same thing that I thought when I was watching them run shots, get turnovers, or get commit turnovers, and not use the shot clock effectively.
Right.
There was a point guard. Oh my God! I want to make sure I say the right name. Oh, Matt Maloney. Matt Maloney for the Houston Rockets used to
Houston,
do
yep.
that all the time. He will not use the shot clock effectively, and then what Rudy Tomjanovich had to do, he had to take him out
Mm-hmm.
and put in a veteran point guard, because they used to blow leads in the fourth quarter, especially against the Lakers and Utah, because John Stockton and a rookie Howard Isley used to take full advantage of Matt Maloney.
Yep.
That's what I think Brunson did to the Knicks. He got scared, he panicked, and then he just started rushing shots, trying to
Yep.
trade shots with Indiana, and it came back and bit his whole team in the ass. And momentum, bye bye.
all right, can I give you my overall perspective, fellas?
Go ahead.
These things.
Because I've been looking at, like I said, remember how I said, man, we always take a picture and we look at a microcosm of it, and we just go down this rabbit hole on that one microcosm of the whole picture, right? We start blanking out the whole big picture, right?
Right.
And I know I'm a New York State native, you feel me? But I'm a diehard Laker fan. But I do like to see the Knicks look good. The NBA is better when the Knicks are relevant. We all agree with
Facts.
that. You feel me?
Yes.
So kind of root for them being my home state if they ain't playing my Lakers or whatnot, man. But I forgot the big picture of this shit, right? I just forgot. There's the whole big picture we missing, bro. These motherfuckers gave up 5 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges, gave OG Anunoby $237 million, and traded for Karl Anthony Towns. Them niggas ain't about to win shit. I forgot about the big picture. They ain't about to win shit, bro.
But why do you say that, bro?
Because this were all about to come into effect. That because it's the reason why he only used 7 players. You feel me?
Because they're only paying 7 players.
Because he only paying 7 players. You feel me? You tell me, for what OG Anunoby bring to the table, you couldn't have took his $200 million salary and split that up with 3 other rotation players that could bring the same goddamn thing that he brings.
So I know I got a GED, so bear with
I don't know
me.
about on the defensive side of the ball. Offensively, I get your point, but on the defensive side of the ball,
I believe so collectively, because you guess what? He don't really impress. I know everybody be like, oh, he just great defender, but bro, don't impress me either. He one of them players where I'm like, bro, I'm glad you got your money. Anytime I can see a black man eat like that, I'm happy for you. But bro, he's all right. He's not real. You feel me? Like that type of money, like that type of money.
So can I ask a
that's just
question?
where the league is at, bro. I mean, you average 10 points a game, you getting $150 million contract. So
Man, I don't know what that nigga averaging, but that nigga need to go back to the drawing board. I am not high on him. I was kind of hoping he could come in and be that Andre Iguodala type, like just be consistent with everything. But this motherfucker so inconsistent. Like one game he could give you 25, next game this bitch gonna have 4. You feel me? One game he give you 8 rebounds.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Let
Next
me
game.
read
that's
this.
why I was agreeing with part of what you
Let
said. On the offensive side, I get what you're saying, but the defensive side, oof, I don't
Man,
know another person who could do what
man, look,
Valentine, you got a chat that addressing what you're saying. I just wanted to read that. It's from Chess Ready. He said because Brunson ain't a point guard, New York's so quiet you can hear rats drinking water, and
that
Ron
shit was
Time knows it all.
scary. That shit was creepy. How quiet the Madison Square
hey, yo,
Garden.
and I'm sitting there, but then I'm just sitting like, damn, these niggas done gassed us up for real, like on some, you know what I mean? And I'm like, man, what the fuck they about to do with a soft ass big man, a little ass point guard, you feel me? And some overplayed goddamn role players. Because you got to think about what equates to 5 first round picks. You feel me? That's 5 first round picks they gave up for Mikal Bridges.
Wow. So this
5.
is about money, not winning.
Eh, Okay, come on.
So let me make a can I make a parallel right quick, and you can tell me if I'm wrong or not.
Absolutely, bro.
If they fuck around and win a championship, that's one thing. But as long as they are relevant, that's another thing. Just like the Florida Marlins back in '97 and 2003.
I gotta give it. Okay.
Hey, did y'all hear Michael Wilbon this morning?
But the only difference is in that Martavius is the Marlins won it all.
Did y'all hear
It
Michael
wasn't just
Wilbon this
relevant. They
morning?
won it all those 2 years.
Naughty Price, what'd he say?
He said when they was on Get Up this morning, and he was like, I can't play the video. He said, "You want to get mad at me because you say could they say is Kobe better? Is LeBron better than Kobe?" He said, "You got to put me in my grave first before I even say that."
Yeah, he was
That's Michael
basically addressing
Wilbon.
Stephen A. Smith, basically.
Hmm.
Like Mike
And
Wilbon
then they
was
had the
basically
same
addressing and
segment.
daring him to say something to him. Then say it to
And
me.
then they
Well,
basically had the same segment on First Take this morning. They
Yeah,
brought it up again. I'm like, why you bring just to try to clarify? That's why ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. Ain't
hmm
nobody coming to see you. You've been capping for the NBA for years, stabbing people in the back for years, and you want the people to really
You
again,
got it, brother.
again, man. These people better
like
stay
talking
away
like,
from me.
oh, I can't have that putting Kobe over low. Like, who are you? Don't nobody
Hmm.
right.
care what like your word don't hold that weight just because you ESPN's top whipping boy. Don't nobody care.
Well, wasn't this the
You don't
same
scare
man that
nobody.
got punked by LeBron James about a couple of months ago, and he was sitting up there talking about how he's lying, and now he's back on the
That
LeBron
don't
James
count,
train?
man. LeBron
Yeah.
pulley of people that he could pull up on. That don't count.
That I call that weak when it happened on LeBron's part
Hmm.
because Kevin Gates did the same thing and LeBron didn't do nothing.
Nathan,
Nothing.
Nathaniel,
And he sat in the
look,
front row courtside, daring him to come say something to him. Basically,
mm, not daring him.
he sat front row seat where everybody knew he was there after he made his comments about Savannah.
Not daring
Nice
him,
block
though.
by
You went
Turner.
there.
That was a nice block. Siakam to the layup. And it good. Knicks down 4-2, y'all. On my end. I'm on the
All
West.
right, jumping
Game
off.
on.
Hold on. Let me put it. Let me put it on my thing and turn the volume down. Hold on.
I'm gonna be on for
So you
about
were
3
saying,
more hours. Then we're gonna cut it
Vaughn,
down
you
to
was
8.
you
Go
was
ahead.
that you that was talking about the Florida Marlins? You said they at least they won the World Series,
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, the only difference is they won it all. Like, yeah,
but
they
they
they they were.
accidentally won it twice.
Hmm.
Yeah, I guess I can't disagree with that because those teams weren't expected to win it. They just came out of nowhere. But if you look at but they had the perfect drafts. That's what did it. They had a lights out pitcher. They had some young bat pitchers. They had some young bats who weren't scared of the moment, and they just
They had a
went to
couple of veterans the first time. They had Sheffield, Bobby
both
Bonilla, Jeff
times.
Conine. Yeah. So
both times.
and then the year after they won both World Series, they sold all the
So
players.
everybody away. Yep. Gave
Fire
everybody
sale
away.
2 years in a row.
Yep.
It's I don't want the Knicks just to be relevant. I want them to be good.
It was good when I was
Why?
growing up.
That's what I'm
The
saying.
reason
Like
why
as a, that was the Bulls' rivals during the '90s, during their
Hmm.
run in the '90s. So just out of that respect, right there,
And the Pacers.
I want to
Hmm.
see them do well. Pacers too, but the Pacers have had their moments though throughout the
Hmm.
years. They didn't. They've had a few years in between where they've struggled, but they had the Paul George and what's his name? I always forget that
uh,
dude's name. Jesus Christ.
New
David
Mexico
West.
with
Yeah.
Danny
Danny
Granger.
Granger. That
Danny
that era,
Granger.
you know
Roy
what I'm
Hibbert.
saying? Roy Hibbert, all them, had that squad.
Stevenson,
Then they had the squad
Lance Stevenson. Yep.
with Artest and Jermaine
Stack
O'Neal and
Five,
Stack and
Oh,
all them. Yeah, they had that squad. So they've
yeah.
had their
Jamal
moments
Tinsley.
Jamal
where they've
Tinsley.
been where
Jamal
they've
Tinsley was
gotten
cold.
where they've gotten close, but the Knicks hasn't had really that much of a chance since 2000
Spreewell, and
when Sprewell and Allen Houston and them. Yeah,
yeah, light
when
skinned
they lost to the
Houston
Pacers and they lost to the Pacers then.
on the 4-point play game by Larry Johnson with
Well,
the
that was the year
nappy taco
before.
meat beard.
That was 99. 2000, the Pacers won, beat the
Oh yeah, because
Knicks.
they went to the finals and got blowtorched by the Lakers.
And yep, lost to Kobe and Shaq. Yep. That's why I'm saying, like, Indiana, they haven't really had that long lull of having at least a chance.
Yeah, they were in the conference finals with Paul George.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he did the dumbest play ever. Let that man go baseline. Why you up on Jay Reed for? Knowing good and well.
Yeah,
Let him go.
he tried to like that. That was all you had to do was stay in front of him. You
Mhm.
stay in front of them, y'all win that game. And to me, they probably would have won that series in 6 if they won that game. All you had to do was stay in front of them. You tried to jump the passing lane for what?
Mm-mm-mm.
Like, what did you jump the passing lane for?
You must have read the script. Jump the
But
passing
even
lane.
if they did
Basically,
beat
yeah,
Miami, they'd got smashed by San Antonio.
yeah.
Yeah, that's another part.
But they still would have made a showing in the finals since
But
Reggie.
That's a
but
foul.
but that
Oh my
game right
gosh,
there,
that
they
was a
win that game. I
foul.
believe they win that series in 6.
Man,
The
OG
Pacers
just
do.
knocked this dude down, bro, and they ain't called nothing, bro.
Then look, it would be bad for the league if they allow the Knicks to get swept.
Lee Smith killing him again.
Ain't
3
looking too
ball.
good
He's
for him
on
right now
fire.
anyway. So,
No, it sure ain't. Bridges
but
should
I
be
agree.
killing that matchup with
It
Halliburton.
all the nostalgia for the playoffs would look bad if the Knicks do go down 0-2. It would hurt. It would really look bad if they go down 0-2.
But you
Not
know
saying
who
that the
I
league should
blame
do something to cheat and help them win,
to extend the series out?
but right, just to make sure, because if the Knicks go down 0-2, a lot of people are going to be like, yeah, it's over.
So do you
That's
think
what you're
there's
going to
going to
start
be a
hearing. This is over.
1997 fight that will get some of the Indiana Pacers suspended to get the Knicks back in the series?
I don't know. I can see on the Pacers side, but I don't know if there's really any fighters on the New York Knicks team like that.
Well, this is
Guys
what you do.
who would fight.
Throw some nail
Would
polish in
throw
the
hands
middle of
like that.
the. Throw some nail polish at center court, and we'll see who the
Wow.
fighters are.
We already got one, but there were nail polish, but he got put out the playoffs
Like
already.
Matherin, because
Actually, we got
Matherin
2.
and
Actually, it's 2. The dude that played for the rookie from Duke, that played for Philadelphia, that got hurt.
The
He was
one
going
with
to
his
be on the rookie
own
yeah,
squad.
nail
he
polish
got his own
line.
nail polish line.
That's yeah.
Called
He would have
MVP.
been
He
on.
ought to be
He
sued.
would have. He would have been on the rookie team if he would have if he would have stayed healthy, because he was killing
Yeah,
it in the beginning.
Yeah,
he
the
was the rookie of the
WNBA
year.
rookie
Yeah,
team.
before he got hurt. Yeah, he was my rookie of the year.
Yeah, he was killing. Yeah, McCain was balling. I ain't
Even
checked. That boy was he
nail
was
polish
hooping, bro.
aside, that boy was balling.
Yeah,
Bond
yeah.
over here
Nail
trying to be
polish
fair.
aside.
Right.
He's trying to be real fair.
I look. It's like we was saying, like Ron Ton said earlier. I ain't gotta like you to respect you. When you show me you can play, I can't not show you the respect that you deserve. I don't. You got to just give it to him. When you show you can play and you got the nerve and the wherewithal to handle the pressure and help your team win games, you can't do nothing but respect, especially when you do it as a rookie, out the gate as a rookie. Like
Yeah,
from the very first game, that boy was balling.
I agree with you, but you know I'm not fair because life ain't fair.
I get
So
it.
it's
No, I get it. I get it. I'm not gonna debate none of that.
you can have all the game you want, but when I start seeing you put fingernail polish on and lipstick on, I don't think I have respect anymore. I'm
That's what I
just
said.
saying.
I don't want to argue that because that's cool. But once we walk in between that rectangle,
Not rectangle.
I ain't even thinking about none of that.
Okay.
When we walk into that
Yeah.
little that rectangle, out about them four lines, them four corners. Once we walk on that court, everything else is out the window. It's about destroying
Okay.
you.
Okay. So let's say you hit and one, and this dude with his painted fingernails pat you on the ass and say good job. Then what? Where's the respect at then?
I mean, that's patting somebody on the butt, tell them good job is part of the game.
But that's different when you know he's not wearing fingernail polish. He's wearing fingernail polish now. So
That's why
does
we
it cross
said
your mind like, nah, I really don't want him
once we
touching my
walk
butt?
once we walk into that battle arena, the only
Or
thing you
shindig.
think about are the rules of the game. And my only rule is when I'm on the
I'm
court,
so glad that
don't
you
talk
this
to me.
open minded.
Don't talk
I'm
trash to me.
I'm glad you're
If he
this
started
open
talking
minded.
trash with them painted fingernails, oh, then all bets are off.
Fawn, you ain't shit. Oh my god, you're just not no shit. You ain't gonna hit that shot. You're
Shut your
not.
Pick them damn
Peace
goddamn
be.
fingernail paste on.
I identify as someone who wears fingernail
Right, you know
polish.
what I'm saying? That's why I said,
Coach, I think I want to sit this next
that's
game
my
out.
rule. Don't say nothing to me. Don't talk trash because I'm already intense enough trying to do what I got to do to help my team win the game.
Yeah, but chess ready. Dennis Rodman wasn't on that. How can I say
Yeah,
this? Alternative lifestyle type shit.
Dennis
He
Rodman
was
was
just
looking
doing
for
stuff to
attention.
rebel.
Right.
That's all he was. He was doing everything he could to rebel against the NBA. But this dude
Mm-hmm.
was piping down the hottest model at the time, Carmen Electra.
Not just her. He had Madonna. He had.
He had Madonna when he was in Detroit, but like during the Bulls years, he had Carmen Electra, and then they got married when he went to the Lakers for like 20 minutes, and then he started piping some of the baddest white chicks of our era. But
Mm-hmm.
this rookie from Philadelphia, I was listening to the interview about because I didn't know it was fingernail polish. It just said MVP, new brand by such and such. So I clicked on it, and then he was like, "I never thought it would. Ever since I've been painting my fingernails." And then I passed out for like 13 seconds, and then when I got off the floor, I had to turn it off. But I don't know. Now, Vaughn, wrong time. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, I remember playing basketball and putting clear on my nails to keep it from breaking. Does that
Right.
count?
No, because I did that too. Because my nails they get so hard that if I just barely tap something, they'll chip. So yeah, I used to do that
Right.
too, just to keep them from chipping.
Okay, cool. All right, cool.
The
I
nail
mean,
hardener, yeah.
yeah. But it was clear. You didn't know it was on.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, that's crazy. Indiana about to run them out the gym.
Yeah.
What's the
That's
score?
why I just said it's not even
19 to
looking
9.
good right now.
Ooh.
That's why I said that earlier. I've kind of lost confidence. I think the way that it's not that they lost the first game, it's the
It's
way
how
they
they
lost.
lost.
They had that game was won. It was over.
Hey, yo, now listen to how crazy Tom Thibodeau is, right? We all would agree that Josh Hart is a big Miles Turner going back to the locker room. But we all would agree that Josh Hart is a big part of what the New York Knicks do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
This nigga got 2 fouls with 5 minutes left in the first quarter, and Tibbs still got him in.
Oh, so he's panicking. Okay, cool. Nice enough.
I'm
So
saying,
he's trying to get all 4 wins in one game. Does
The
he not
pressure is
know this is
on.
not NFL? This is not lose and go home. He still got some games to work with.
Like
but
I
I'm
said,
just saying,
the
okay,
pressure is on right now. So
what if that, yeah, what if that nigga catch a silly third foul? You feel me? And if listen,
and
it's five. It ain't
the
5
type of
minutes
player
left
he
in the
is.
half. It's 5 minutes left in the first quarter, and he already got 2 fouls, and you still got him in the game.
Mm.
So they're not even getting the hometown discount files.
Nah, apparently not. Josh Hart not tonight because he showed strapped with 2. I didn't witness what the 2 fouls was, but oh, my man Thomas Bryan in the game. Shout out to Thomas Bryan from Rochester. He from the town.
Man, are
Yeah,
they really gonna let El DeBarge knock off, go up
He
2-0?
said, "El DeBarge."
You know you was thinking it.
like
Okay, Chico DeBarge.
like I'm gonna tell you the difference in the series
Ah,
though. Oklahoma went up 2-0. I feel like that shit is over.
yeah.
Indiana go up 2-0. I mean, I feel yeah, because then they going back home.
Exactly.
Oklahoma ain't do nothing but defend their home. They did what they supposed to do. Indiana came,
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
right. I forgot they go back to Indiana. Okay, New York getting back in the game.
Okay, but
Yeah,
I
that
think
kid
Tibbs
Bryant
needs
a
to
boy.
not panic.
That's why I said, yeah.
Got Josh Hart out
The
the game.
pressure is on. So
He he must have heard me talking shit because he just got Josh Hart out the game.
Yeah, keep it up for a run time
okay, yeah, it's
for
under
the
4 minutes. It's under 4 minutes in the first quarter, which is usually his rest time. His first quarter rest.
Man,
it's cray.
But yeah, like I said, the pressure is on. The
I'm saying
pressure is
Thomas
on.
Bryant
So I
just
get
broke.
it. If I take him
Do
out
you think
now
if
and they extend this lead from what it was just 10 to 15,
And we
yeah,
got a whole
it's
nother
gonna look
3
ugly.
quarters.
Right.
can I ask a question? What do you think happens to Tibbs if he lets this go?
He out of there.
Who would you replace him with? Mike Malone?
Probably.
Yeah. I mean,
Because I know they never
now
gonna
that
give
he's
Mark Jackson.
available. Yep.
They never gonna give Mark Jackson the job. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I would like to see Mike because I don't understand how you get fired and you and sitting in third place in the Western Conference at the time you get fired. You feel me? I
That's
don't.
how you that's how
He
you
had to have
know.
said something to somebody
Yeah,
Right.
that we
that's
don't know
Absolutely.
about. Kind of like the Mark Jackson situation.
that's a
Because
fact.
it took years for us to find out why Mark Jackson got fired.
No, it didn't. Actually, it didn't. They reported it. It just didn't make sense at the time.
Well, they reported he got fired, but they didn't really go into detail. They said differences in the locker room. But especially when Golden State won championships, then they wanted to put it all out there by saying, his Christian beliefs and all that other stuff. So it's like, oh, okay.
Hey yo, but you
They,
know the crazy part about it, bro. Remember I said this a few probably about 2 weeks ago, last week. I said, man, I done tried to read up on all types of religion just so I could have some type of knowledge if I'm ever in a conversation. You know what I mean? So I just don't say, you know
absolutely.
what I mean? I said, but one thing all religions agree upon is what?
Homosexuality.
Okay, so it ain't just a Christian belief.
Yep.
You feel me? So they say, oh, nah, it wasn't his Christian. It wasn't because of his Christian beliefs. It's because he rebuted homosexuality, which all
In
religions,
San Francisco.
do.
And the
Absolutely.
main
But in
issue
San
with what
Francisco,
the main issue was the fact that the owners
Right,
are a couple.
right. But what I'm saying is to say is, oh, y'all want to put out there because of his Christianity beliefs. Well,
Right.
that okay, well, that don't make you sound like the devil, but okay, maybe you Muslim, maybe you Buddhist, maybe you whatever, maybe you Catholic, you feel me? Okay, whatever. But to say his Christian beliefs got him fired and the belief that he talked about was the one that's common in all religions. Ain't no
they tried to
religion
use they tried to use that as the scapegoat,
as the
but
scapegoat.
also
Exactly. My point exactly. So
Hmm.
it's like,
right,
bro, there's no religion that I know of that accepts that.
there
So
is one that people don't call a religion, and it's called politics. And that's what it
uh,
was all about.
okay, well, I was about to say, please enlighten me, brother, but okay, I'm with you. I'm with you.
It's
Actually, yeah,
about politics.
that's probably the strongest religion out there. You feel me?
Absolutely.
That's probably so. I'm in lockstep with you with that one, brother.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna put you on to something. Y'all got Netflix?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
It won't pop up, but you can search for it, and the documentary is still on there. It's gonna change your whole perception on what politicians are and how they're
I'm
working.
already right
It's
there with
called
you, Von.
the documentary is called The Family. Just watch the first 4 episodes. After the first 4 episodes, it goes left and starts going into all kind of other different stuff. But just watch the
And
first
then
four
read,
episodes.
and when you get a chance to read this book by Bryce Taylor called Did It My Way, that will let you know how politics and Hollywood mixed together and how certain people ended up missing,
Hmm.
and where the casting couch really came from,
Oh yeah.
and how Hollywood got its real name.
I,
Hey,
from just
bro.
what you know, and I don't know if I've read that book, but I've seen that information that book may have been talking about. I've come across that same information. I don't know if
They
I've ever
had to
seen that
do
book
these
or not.
rituals. They did these rituals to anybody that was famous, going all the way back to who's the chick that was in Wizard of Oz,
Uh,
Garland,
Oh,
Judy Garland,
Judy
Darling,
Garland,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
all
I heard those stories.
and and when you read the part about the Jackson Five before their debut on the what's your name what the hell was the name of that
American
they
Bandstand.
no it was before American Bandstand. It was
Oh, Ed Sullivan.
Ed Sullivan Show. What
Ed
they did to the
Sullivan.
Jackson Five
Hmm.
is going to is all this stuff about Harvey Weinstein and all this stuff. They were just the fall guys of something that's been happening for hundreds of years.
Bro,
No,
I
no.
know.
Go look up. Hold
Listen,
on. Let me put you on to another one. Go look up Shirley Temple and her mother when they got introduced to Hollywood. What they went through.
yep.
Go look that up.
She wouldn't let her be on the set by herself.
No, 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 no. It's
She was
that,
selling
but
Shirley Temple.
it's before she even made her first movie. It was a
Crazy.
situation that happened.
If it's what I think it is, let's just say Shirley Temple had more fingers in her than a gynecologist.
No, no, that didn't happen. What they tried her and she just started laughing at them. So they just made her leave because she was laughing at them. Because her mother already put her on to the type of people that them dudes are. Her
Right.
mother had
It's
already warned them, and what they did is they tried to separate them in different rooms. They had both of them in different rooms, and when they tried Shirley Temple, she just remembered what her mother told her, and she started laughing. So the dude
It's
didn't know
kind
to
of
leave.
funny because in the '80s, nobody listened to Todd Bridges when he was trying to tell people about Hollywood. Everybody thought that he was just a little coked out teenager, and he had his run with different strokes. And when he was telling therapists and psychiatrists, they was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." They threw him to the wayside, and then the Me Too movement happens, and then everybody wants to believe everybody else. But it's just crazy. And so we have to keep this in mind. I forgot the name of the dude. He just died not too long ago, but he was convicted. Oh my god, he was actually in. He made a guest star appearance in Rush Hour 3 when they went to France. I forgot his name. He was a famous actor. He got brought up on charges of pedophilia, and they allowed him to leave the country, and he didn't come back until the day of
Oh,
his
you talking
death.
about dang it, the movie
It's right
producer.
on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, Roman Polanski.
Roman Polanski. Yep, that's him. He's still
Roman
living over in
Polanski.
Europe somewhere.
Oh, he dead. He died a couple of
Oh,
years
he
ago.
died. Okay, I'm about to say because I remember that hearing that story, and he went to, and they let him.
Let him go
Let
to
me
the
just stop
airport. Let
because
him
that's
board a
that's a
plane. Let
whole
him
that's a
leave.
whole another rabbit hole. That's
But
a whole nother.
that's why doing your own research, putting these pieces together will help you realize everybody that they want you to live in the matrix. They want you to
Hmm.
live in this atmosphere where they tell you what's real. They tell you that steak that you're eating is
Yo,
delicious.
bro. Hey, yo, bro. Listen. Because like I don't know if we just connected or not, but right. I tell everybody. I said, you know these movies that they make in Hollywood, these old, you know what I mean, these crazy ass movies and this and that we love. I said, yo, every story got some truth to it. You feel me? I said, they're gonna let you know what they want you to know. I said, but it be so subliminal that you look right over it. You feel me? Like if you ever seen the movie Hunger Games,
Yep.
yeah, that's
I'll give you a movie that made Tom Cruise famous, and it's not what you think, and it made Nicole Kidman famous. It was called Eyes Wide Shut, and
uh,
that is one of the biggest eye opener movies of why we're watching Diddy trials and everything else happen right now.
right. I swear to God, you know the crazy part about it. Like, bro, I ain't paid attention to that shit not one bit, bro. Because
I don't need to.
every time something like that is happening, something major about
It's
to
a
happen.
distraction.
Something
It's a
major about to happen.
distraction. Yeah.
Something major about to happen. You feel me? That's what I come from my experiences from shit like that. But like I said, bro, like they tell you, like they didn't bring that Matrix movie out for nothing. Tell you living in the Matrix. Like they actually they when they say perception is reality, that's exactly right because CNN could put a story out. Oh, this happened over in Iran. This happened over in the Congo. Da 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 da. And you see this story and you see all this footage and you like, oh wow, this fucked up. Da 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 da. Coming to find out, the story was never even like that. You got fed that story, so now that's what you choose to believe.
Hmm.
They gave you that, but they control it. The news and all that shit, they control all that. Why you think all the same people all on all the FCC waves and all that?
Do
Yep.
you know news, the word news that we hear about, CNN, MSNBC, doesn't necessarily mean actual news. It only means north, east, west, south.
Yep.
I tell people all the time. I said, man, you believe that shit on the news if you want to. I said, listen to their
Remember,
story. Listen to their story if you want to.
just like
Motherfucker,
the halftime show is sponsored by Kia, the news is sponsored by political parties.
They
They have
going
an agenda.
they
They're
gonna
only
tell
going to tell you a portion of the story.
they gonna tell you what they
That's
want you
why.
to believe, bro. They're gonna tell you the part they want you to believe. And once they get the masses to believe in that, goddamn, then you got population control.
Yeah, that's why I want y'all to watch that documentary, The Family. I don't want to spoil none of it because once you see how they become politicians, my goodness, it's like the ones who work in the central government, not like your local government.
Right.
The ones who do the central government, like DC, the DC politicians, them
Yeah.
people.
Bro, come on, my dude. Like, you should know what to say when they tell you 1% of the world got all the money. 1% of the population got all the money.
And your so-called government isn't doing nothing to help change that.
No governments do anything to change that. It's
Since
not
that,
just our government.
listen, it's
Mm,
because they are
no,
the elite.
there's a few of them that's starting to fight that globalist system. That's why you see them making up lies about them, saying that they're not good for their people when their people are telling you stay out of our business. Oh
I
shit, they done
mean,
fought back. Uh-oh.
I gotta I gotta tend to agree with that, man. You run your shit your way, I run my shit my way.
Exactly. As long as I don't bother you, you shouldn't be worried about what I do.
That's a fact.
As long as you're not a Godzilla fan, just fine.
Cause I'm sitting there looking at it like that's just like a man coming in my house telling me what my rules gonna be in my house.
Right.
But guess what? They're already doing that.
But they do that. That's what I'm saying. That's the part. They do that.
Yep. And that's the issue right there.
I
You
told
know.
If
people,
you,
I said, Joe, listen, man. I said, man, like, I don't even like to talk like that, but like, after reading some of the literature that I don't read and all that stuff, and it's just like, man, it's some shit out there that will fuck up the average motherfucker day. You feel me? If they catch wind of that shit, you feel me? It's like, bro, like, motherfuckers want to know, like, what a superpower is, and a superpower run everything. And don't nothing move until you hear from that superpower mouth. Because if you go against what that superpower say, it's consequences and repercussions. And what makes you a superpower? It don't.
the greatest gift that we can give ourselves is knowledge. No matter what you believe, knowledge is your greatest weapon.
Yep.
One of the things that we were always taught when blacks were slaves is master wouldn't allow them to read, wouldn't allow them to be able to communicate, keep them dumb, keep them in the fields. I don't know how much of it is true because I'm only 43 and I didn't live back in that time, but I do know one thing is a fact. People want you to be dumb so that you can be controlled by what they say, not what you learn, what they tell you. And I've always had the attitude, I don't want to hear it from your mouth. Let me go see for myself. I learn better that way because I want to be able to come back and say, hey, you were lying on this. Why is that? And when you find out that people lie to you, it's because they're trying to control you.
Listen, like my grandfather told me, man, believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. Feel me?
Absolutely.
Now, I mean, that's what the definition of understanding is. If you really think about understanding, is seeing things for what they are and not what they appear to be.
Yeah. I've had so many chicks that I used to date appeared to be exactly what I wanted until you figure them out and they're everything you didn't want. That's why I
Yep,
started having
you a New
children late in
Yorker,
life.
Ron Time. What they say, understanding is the best part. I learned that when I was going through my 120 lessons.
Absolutely. Understanding is the best part. Seeing things for what they are and not what they appear to be. I mean, if you know, you know. You feel me?
The more you know, the more you grow.
It's a fact. Knowledge is the one thing that you can never learn everything, but you can never stop learning. Think about how that shit works. Knowledge is infinite, bro. You can never learn everything, but you can never stop learning.
And that's the beauty part of learning. And that's why I tell my boys, that's why I tell my girl all the time.
Mhm.
Because I grew up like my 18, 19 years. That is, you just hit the books, hit research. I've never been a history person, but when you start doing research, it pulls you into history. And you start to see that things that you were taught in school didn't even happen. You start seeing things that you were told and had to test for wasn't even real. So then you start questioning, like, damn, was I lied to this whole time? And then it's a bucket of cold water when it's like, yeah, I was lied to. So what's real and what's fake? The only thing that is real is the knowledge I'm putting in my head, and I will decipher what's real and what's fake.
Mhm. Hell, and that's crazy because a lot of people don't understand, man. It's more than one thing can be true at the same time.
Yeah. But you know something? We all come to that crossroad in our life, right? Where you're starting to understand yourself more. You started to know who you are, and you have to decide, just like Neo. That's why that the first Matrix. I'm not going to count the next two because they went off the rails. Do you want to know the truth, or do you want to be lied to? That's what the red pill and the blue pill represent.
Right.
And he chose to learn the truth. And guess what? The truth ain't sexy. The truth ain't lavish. The truth doesn't wear the designer clothes. The truth is grimy. It's gritty. It's tough. It's hard to swallow. It's difficult. It's challenging. And some people are not up for the challenge. They want it easy. They want to stay in their ignorance. And guess what happens? When you stay in your ignorance, 9 times out of 10, you die in your stupidity.
Facts. Facts.
Get those likes up, everybody. We talking real life shit tonight.
Yeah, Matherin, you wasn't
Finally, with
speaking.
the what's the score of the game in the second quarter?
Knicks up
26 up.
26-24. Tied up.
I
Okay.
got a tie game. Y'all
Yeah,
still
it's tied
cooking?
up now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, I'm just doing things around here. I'm taking care of some things around the room, man. So I'm letting y'all cook, man. Hey,
Fucking
Brian Tyler,
standing.
I got about 2 more days, man.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm about to
don't
do a sabbatical.
chill out, Rick Carlisle. They just gave you a ticky tack foul. Chill out, fam.
Hmm.
They just gave y'all a
But
ticky because that didn't look like a foul on McBride that they just called for Matherin. So they just gave you one. Chill out.
I used to wonder, like when my dad used to play on these softball leagues when he used to work for Phillips, Conoco Phillips. He used to have these softball leagues that you have to like drive 30, 40 minutes to go to the field and this, that, and other. And before the game, he'd be talking to these older guys that have been working at his company 20, 30 years, and they'll just sit around on the bench drinking old Milwaukee. I'll be over there bored out of my damn mind. And We was in the car leaving, and I said, well, "Why are you talking to them for so long?" And you know what he told me?
What's that?
If you would have shut up and listened, you'd have realized I was while I was talking to him. And I thought he was an asshole. I did. You know, growing up, I didn't understand a lot of things my dad did. But now that I'm in his position, I understand what he told. And basically, what he was telling me is, I can't make you listen, but I can put you in a position to hear.
Yep.
Right.
Because I learned a lot of things from my dad by what he did, not necessarily what he told me. And that is the tricky thing about teaching boys.
That's
The only
crazy.
reason why I say boys is because I was a boy. So I kind of understand the how the boy thinks. I was never a girl or identify as a girl. So I can't say what a girl thinks and how she feels.
And that's crazy. Because my grandfather, when I did used to get in trouble and he used to scold me and he telling me about what's going on, he'd be like, "You hear me or you listening?
Right.
You feel me? Nigga, do you hear me or are you listening to me? You feel me?
I'm listening. What did I say then?
I'm
Huh?
listening, granddad. I'm comprehending what you're saying. I could hear a motherfucker shouting across the street, arguing in his house, but that doesn't mean I could understand him. I'm not listening. I can't, you know what I mean? I can't listen to what he's saying, but I hear his voice. You feel me? I tell people it's a difference between listening and hearing. Yeah, I hear you, but are you listening, motherfucker?
Right. And that goes back to White Man Can't Jump. Are you
That's a
listening
fact.
to to Hendrix or do you hear Hendrix?
And what he told him, you can't, you can't, you can't.
Yeah.
You need to
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying, what I'm trying to, and that's crazy because that was a smooth way to put it down to you. If you was listening, you would understand what I was talking about. You didn't know exactly what I was talking about.
Oh, come on. That's not a foul. He's flopped to the ground. He's fallen down before he touched him.
ICP.
I hate that.
Yeah, I know. Damn, Pascal got 21, but I'll take that. You have to show me you
Right.
beat me. You have to show me you gonna beat me, Pascal. I'd rather for everybody else not be in the rhythm. Come on, cat. What the fuck are you doing?
Nah, that was a bad call. Are you talking about on the offensive end?
Yeah,
Hey, Ron time. Hey,
yeah.
Vaughn. White Man Can't Jump. What was the theme of the movie?
Oh shit. Hold on. Oh, you said what was the theme of White Man Can't Jump?
Yep.
Shit. Leave well enough alone. Leave well enough alone.
Chess Ready. He says, my grandpa used to say, boy, I have been where you're trying to go. And then he says, don't gamble. The theme of White Man Can't Jump.
Mm-hmm.
Ron time, what do you
Don't
think?
gamble with your life. Yeah, or that same thing. Leave well enough alone. Don't gamble with your life. That's kind of the same thing when you really think about it.
What I got out of that, oh, White Man Can't Jump, you have to sacrifice to be the best. Because at the end of the day, he sacrificed his relationship with his girl. Both of them almost sacrificed their relationship to be the best.
Sidney Dean, I want that house, Sidney. He had to sacrifice his loyalty. Because remember, he fucked Billy Oil over at first. That
Well,
was,
Billy Hope fucked him over. Didn't
no,
fuck him
no,
over.
no, no. Billy Ho didn't fuck him over. He challenged Billy Ho to a shootout, not knowing what that white boy can do.
Give me my money. That's a man of integrity.
Think about it. Billy Hole, he was out there. He came out there to hoop to win some money. Yeah, but you picked me to hoop. And then when I told you that I had some shit with me, your ego got in the way. He said, just because you could pull a couple passes out your ass don't mean you could play this game. Remember, that's what Wesley
Mm.
told us. And he guessed what Wesley did. He got to that point on the graph where he fucked around and found out fair and square. Backdoor Billy Hole.
First of all, how dare you remember that movie like you do? Shame on you.
Man, I swear to God, man. Like, I be talking to my friends like I went to elementary school with, and I talk about an incident that happened, and I remember it in my head like yesterday. And my man's gonna be like, yo, son, how the fuck you remember that? But once I bring it up, they be like, damn, that's exactly how that happened too. Like, yo, bro, how the fuck you remember that? I don't know, my nigga. I just do.
That was the first movie me and my dad went to by ourselves. White Man Can't Jump. And then he tried to cover my eyes when I saw Rosie Perez tits for the first time.
Oh man. Rosie was a bad mama jamma back then.
She still
Yeah.
is. Shit.
Hey, yo, I was about to say because I just seen her in a
You
series.
know I got her on here. And you know I got Rosie on here.
I just seen her in a series that I just finished up watching. It's a great series, y'all. If y'all never watched it, it's called Your Honor.
Oh yeah, I watched that. That's what I'm talking about too. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I
Yeah,
watched it when it was on Showtime.
yep. Your Honor. That was. I just finished that series up. I said,
Yep.
yo, they crazy.
Well, I remember her from In Living Color when she used to guest star, make appearances,
I
and when
remember,
she was a part of the dancing crew.
man. I remember her from Do the Right Thing when her nipples was coming through her shirt when they had the ice because it was so hot. Her and Spike Lee. Yo, man, Rosie was a bad
Now,
girl.
now don't get mad at me when I say this, Round Turn, or you, Vaughn. I never got a chance to see Do the Right Thing.
Wow, bro, you got all you got to do.
Wow.
It's a click away, bro. You got to watch Do the Right Thing. Hey, yo, Sal, we're gonna boycott your fat pasta ass. My man Bug out was
There
crazy.
she go. It's Rosie. There go Rosie. I got her when she was at the Go Rosie. Go Rosie.
My boy Radio Raheem. Mookie. Yeah,
This is
that's
what we
a fact.
remember her from when she was doing this.
Where's that from?
When she Soul
This is from
Train.
Do the Right Thing right here. That's Soul
Soul
Train.
Train.
Yeah.
Yeah, Soul
That's when
Train
she was
right
on
there.
Soul Train.
Soul Train. When she was on Carson. Oh, I forgot that
hmm
dude's show back in the day.
Carson Daly.
Yeah. Remember her when she did this? People was losing their minds.
And I'm sorry, Miss Rosie Perez. I call a spade a spade. It is what it
Yeah.
is.
She look a little like what's her name? Shit. Paula Abdul.
One, two girls. Said, bro, that was my introduction to Spike Lee, though. School days and Do the Right Thing.
Oh, I
School
used to have
days.
CC Peniston back in the day too. I found the portfolios of all my stuff, man. So when I first started the stream, because the homies want me to bring that back, I had a whole bunch of funny ones. Yeah, I found CC Peniston. Other
Oh,
dudes start doing
CC
them.
Not
Peniston.
CC Peniston.
Yes,
Mm.
indeed. I
How
got them on
dare you,
video.
T Price?
Hey, go back in the archives. Go back in the videos in the beginning. You'll see it. In the beginning when I first started, man, and you see all of them. Especially when it
I'm
was
not
playoff
over
time.
you. Man,
Yeah. Or we'll kick your
CC.
damn ass.
Yeah, Cece was that girl, man.
And you know what? You know what, bro. That's what I'm gonna watch after the game.
What? Do the right thing.
I'm gonna watch Do the Right Thing.
Tony Angel. Crooklyn had probably one of the baddest ass soundtracks that I can remember of the '90s.
Crooklyn.
Man, back all of
Yeah.
them had
Yeah,
all the
for sure.
soundtracks was good. Minister Society
Oh
was
man,
a good one. We can go all of them.
the
All
MCA
of
was
them.
my guy.
Yeah.
That was my guy. Him and Spice One.
That was back in the day, yo. We lived in the era though too,
Man, I
where
remember.
all the movies had great soundtracks.
Can
I
you see
still
them
remember the day that
motherfuckers?
movie came out. We cut school to
Boomerang,
go watch that movie.
Yeah, I
Boomerang.
Boom,
remember. I remember. I
yeah,
Boys the Men.
Boomerang had a good soundtrack.
Yep. End of the
Uh,
Road was on that shit. Boys the Men.
Boys the Man,
Hmm.
yo.
PM Dawn,
Lost without you.
Die
Die
Without You.
without
Die
you.
Without You.
I'm lost without you. I'm listening to that in my background. Not the song y'all talking about. I'm I'm listening to old boy
Come
in the
on.
background.
Hey,
He's in good defensive position,
you want to
campaign.
know a dark horse for a good soundtrack?
What's
Mo
that?
What's
Money.
that?
Mo
Oh, My
Money.
Money
Oh
was a
yeah,
Hey
good
Mo
yo,
one
Money
too.
was a hell
hey
of a
yo, you
dope
hear me?
soundtrack.
Yo,
Hell
bro,
yeah. That's
that
Jimmy
is
Jam and
one of
Terry
my
Lewis.
mom's favorite movies, bro. Like every time she come to my crib, like it's either put on Harlem Nights or More Money for
Look, Harlem Nights is the black people's comedy Color Purple.
her. Yeah, my mom loved Harlem Nights, man. She loved
My
Harlem
older
Nights or
sister'
More
favorite
Money.
movie is Color Purple. She could recite that whole movie and sound just like Oprah Winfrey too.
I had to
I
fight
sat in
my
that
father, my brother.
when I sat
I
in that
had to
jail.
fight all my life.
Y'all remember Brewster Place
Yeah,
when
the
they had
women
that
of
That's
scene
what
Brewster's
right there?
started
Place.
227. 227 came from Bruce's Place.
The women of
Mm-hmm.
Brewster's Place. That what was
And the one episode that got it off the air for like 2 weeks was when the kid stuck his scissors in the damn light socket.
and the light socket. I remember that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they canceled 2 weeks of that because remember back in the day, those episodes used to be every week, not every 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
That's
Robin
the
Givens.
sexiest I've ever seen Jack A. Harris in Brewster's Place, and they kind of watered her down in 227.
Jack K was always sexy to me. That's the sexiest I ever seen
Sugar
Robin Givens.
say, come here and say hello to to my nephew.
And I forgot what was the reason why they tore that wall down.
Because I think the kid that got killed.
Mm-hmm.
Got hit by
The
that
kid
car.
got
That's
killed
right.
by the car.
Yeah,
Got hit by that car. Yep.
Damn, we all 80s babies.
that's a fact. I remember the women's of Brewster Place.
Yeah, because it was on Lifetime.
Yeah, it was a great series.
My mom used to watch all that stuff, man, because that was back then when mama put it on TV, you have to watch what she want to watch. But I was blessed and fortunate that there was a TV in every room, and I didn't have a room like my other siblings had. I was just always downstairs in the basement. And my mom used to tell me, and my parents used to tell me all the time, this is your room. Like, how this is not a room. Y'all can go in there and shut the door and close the door. I never had that. Only time I had my own room and I had my own spot.
That's crazy, T Price. Because I didn't get my own room until my sister bought a house and put me in. I had to sleep in the living room because I was the only boy. My sisters had their own room. Yeah, that was pretty skeet. Now that I'm married, I got to share a room with my wife. She cool though.
Yeah, I ain't gonna front. I was a spoiled little nigga. I always had my own room, but with my mom, I always had two sisters, so they always shared the room. I was the only boy, so I got my own room. And then when living with my grandmother, shit, I'm the baby in the house. Of course, who the fuck I'm about to share a room with?
But to be fair, Ron Time, you got that deep voice, and you probably had that deep voice ever since you was like a little boy. Grandma, can I have my own room? Sure, baby. Solid.
Solid.
Shit, I used to get criticized when I asked for extra bowl of cereal.
And you know what? Like my grandmother was that I don't care what you eat, but what you get is you gonna eat it. Oh, bitch, don't think you're gonna get something and then throw it away halfway through your meal. Oh no.
Shoot, my siblings, once they didn't finish their meal, they just put it in my place so that I could eat, so they could get excused. And I used to eat whatever they didn't eat off of there. Man, I remember all that.
Oh damn,
I,
T5, they used to do you dirty.
I know, gave you the
hey, man.
basement.
Hey, man, it's just what it was, man. It just molded me to who I was, and then I met people in my life, that they had it bad just like I had it bad. But one thing they always said, but I still have my own room, even though I still ain't there. But hey, it's different from everybody else, though. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was just like that, bro. Like I wasn't the favorite in the family. My older sister would tell anybody, I'm the only one in my family that's not spoiled. Everybody else is spoiled by a long shot. I didn't care about all that crap. I
I
never
didn't.
snitched. I never told on my siblings. I never told on any of my friends what they did in the streets, anything like that. But then people always want to love and tell people what I so called was doing, which was doing anything. But you being in certain areas, and that's why I stick with that saying: "Birds of a flock together, boy. They really do."
Man,
That's why I said. That's why I just separated myself. It's always just I've been by myself so long, bro. Like loneliness, like being solo dolo. Hey, it just prepared me, man. Because I like people. I don't like to be around a whole bunch of people and all that stuff, man. Like, nah, man.
want to hear
I'm
something
trying to
crazy?
get.
T
Go
Price.
ahead.
My oldest son is an August baby, but he's the 13th, right? And you sound personality wise exactly like him. I can't tell you how many times he told me, man, I don't like people. I just like staying by myself. But guess what he does? He loves his brothers. He loves his sister. He loves his cousin. But when he's out there in the street at work and doing his thing, he's just like, man, I can't stand people.
I don't want to meet no people because the same people smiling. Look, I know people that I met in my journey in my life. In my journey in life, they speak to me a whole lot more than people that knew me, that so called know me my whole entire life. They check on me more than people that know me my whole entire life. You know what I mean? It's just what it is, man. So
But it turned you
I'm
into a
about,
good
I'm about
dude,
to.
man.
Hey, I was gonna be a good dude anyway because of how I was raised. My dad was even killed. That's why I like to sit back and be quiet and I let people talk and everything like that because I was so used to just you can't say anything. Everybody else could say what they want to say to me. If I was a type kid, if I try to speak up for myself, oh, you can't talk to your brother like that. You can't talk to your sister like that. So why do you think they could talk to me any kind of way?
You want to
I
know
did not
something that's
under,
kind of funny? Because
I never understood that.
the only time I've ever heard you lose your cool was with Young Africa. I've heard you, I remember that one guy that was on Ticket Stream where he was trying to argue with you, and you just said, "Man, you ain't gonna ruin my high. I'm out." And then he was just like stuck in the sunken place because you literally just let him punch himself out. But yeah, I don't know why Young Africa pissed you off so much, but that's the only time I've heard you get angry.
Man, I used to spaz out on dudes, man, because and Ron trying to know this too. There be times particularly like T Price, you go first and I go first, and then dudes be talking. And one day I have it. Trayvon. That's how I met Trayvon. Cause this how I met Trey. Right? Trayvon was like, man, who's that dude? Like, me as Trayvon. Like, I agree with like we. No, we're saying like we our minds think alike, but different message, but the same results kind of thing. And then one day we was talking behind the scenes, and he was like, "Man, T Price, let me just ask you a question, bro." I was like, "Yeah." Was you was raised in the church, were you? I was like, "Yeah." He said, "Yep, I knew it. I knew it." I was like, "Yeah, man. Like my dad, man. I saw my dad became a deacon, all the way into a pastor. You know what I mean? But he wasn't one of them. See, I know a lot of people don't go to church anymore, everything like that. But I've been around some great men. I've been around some great women of God that really live it. You know what I'm saying? Really live it. Really, really about helping people you know, and then you got these fake ones out here. You already know what it's hitting for out here. So I seen it all. I mean, I went to a church one time, and there was a pastor that was cheating on his wife, and his wife was so bad, man. His wife was so beautiful, man, and she still is to this day. I don't know. I don't know they still married or not, but that was during the time of that war. What was that war? That was This was around the time. Okay, this was when I got out. When I got out of prison. This is when I got out of prison. So this was anyway. It was a church called House of Prayer in Lake Charles. The pastor there was man, and then people was mad at me, fam, because I didn't tell what. If you knew everything, why you didn't tell anything? It's not my position to tell anything. I'm not married. I never told on people. I never said that's not my business. There's a lot of people business I know about, but I don't say nothing to nobody. I'm the type of person. If anybody tell me something, I'm taking it to my grave. That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I don't get involved in people's love life like that, especially if I don't know them or it's not affecting me directly. So I'm
Even
with
if I
you on
did
that because
know him, even if I did know him, I still stay out of that. I learned that as a young. I learned that at a very young age. You know what I'm saying? I seen friends that hey, you got my sister pregnant, and boom, they don't even speak in cool no more. But now they cool now because they older. You see what I'm saying? But at that time, I was just like, nah, I ain't go. That's why I never dated I never tried to talk to one of my friends, sisters. I don't care if it was their cousins or anything that's dealing with family. No, I don't, because if we end up falling out, then you're gonna be mad at me forever and ever. You do got some family members that even though he or she is wrong and did that other person who they was dating was wrong and still take their side of things. You know what I'm saying? Even though they
right.
wrong than two less shoes. Man,
Well,
Siakam, man.
let me
Why did
read a couple of these chats. Chris Reddy sent a few of them. The first one said Jungle Fever with Holly Berry and Samuel L.
us
Jackson playing
checks?
Dope Fiends. Absolutely. Ron Tom was little, sounded like Pee Wee from Bebe's Kids. Absolutely, with that deep ass voice. We got Real Latif.
Pee Wee, the OG.
Yo,
Right.
Chad, crazy, yo.
Yeah, Chess a
Real Latif
character,
said,
bro.
Real Latif says, I'm the same way. I'd rather chill with y'all. It's nice having you. And he also said, I can't stand Young Africa. I don't think anybody can stand Young Africa. Young Africa
Yeah.
and Young Disciple get on my fucking nerves to the point to where I have to turn the chat off when they're talking because
Them
they make
two,
look,
them
dude.
two, and there's some more people that go on that list too. What was that dude? We used to call him Train Smoke, Ron Time. That dude we used to call Train Smoke. He was a Jay Reed fan. We used to, man, he was in his name was Flo. That was his name, but we used to call that dude Train Smoke. And then what's that other dude's name? What's that dude's name?
Cryrobi.
Oh yeah, Cry Rope, yeah, man. That dude, man, like, dude, what you? It's like my boy Spiffy said, man, stop spitting on your phone. Well, he told them boys that, boy, I died laughing. He said, stop spitting on your phone. You screaming and yelling, you spitting on your phone. That joke used to have me weak when you used to say that.
Man, I
Shout out to
remember.
my boy Big Worm. Shout out to Big Worm, because that's why Big Worm put me up on game. Because Big Worm was like, hey, OG, man. You just gotta chill out, man. While you on the panel, let these dudes get you out your shit character. I was like, why you say that? He was like, because these dudes be posting up videos and stuff about oh, look how I just did this dude, and posting on their channel and everything like that. I was like, oh, okay.
And I listen, man. I think I had to tell one or two people. First of all, ain't none of you niggas about to talk to me like this nigga Ticket talk in Nairobi. Like, we just ain't about to do that. We not about that. We're not about to do that with basketball talk. But man,
Yeah,
after I told a couple niggas like, yo, my nigga, I will literally fly out to where you at and fuck you up, my nigga.
Ron Time.
Don't play with me. I'm not on that shit. Like, I swear to God, I will fly out to your city. I will spend $700 on a round trip ticket to come fuck you up, bro. Go to jail and have my wife bail me out.
Ron Time.
Yeah.
I can tell you exactly when you said that. It was the Denver Nuggets LA Lakers game where the Nuggets beat LA. LeBron had 8 turnovers, and you're the only Lakers fan that came in and said, hey,
Brian had a terrible night. I ain't about to cap for him. And this one dude just out of nowhere. And it's like one of my first times ever hearing you on the stream. Because, you know, I was on the stream for a minute and then you came in maybe like 2022, 2023. The dude was talking crazy to you. And I remember that one dude said you sound like Busta Rhymes, which you actually do. And I'm going to start calling you Busta Rhymes time. But that's neither here nor there. But this dude was talking so crazy to you and didn't know you. Was like, hey, bro, I don't know you like that. Don't talk to me like that. And he was like, oh, fuck you, this, that, blah, 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 blah. And then pull up. And you said, and I quote, don't make me find out what your address is, and I will fly out there tonight and beat your motherfucking ass in front of your kids and your gal, if you have one, and get back on my red-eye flight and come home.
Oh, that was Mr. Mass.
For real?
Yaakov got 23 points at the half.
That was Mr. Mass.
Wow.
Yeah, that was Mass.
Oh, man.
I told Mass that I said, nigga, you the type of nigga. I said, nigga, you wouldn't even speak to nobody with the niggas I fuck with. You wouldn't even talk in a room full of niggas I fuck with. Matter of fact, you'll be the nigga I send to the store to get me some Dutchess.
That's exactly what you said. Yeah, okay, I remember that now. Absolutely.
Yeah,
that was Maz you was talking to that day?
I was so serious, nigga. I will fly out to Sacramento and fuck you up.
Oh, okay, I remember now, but that's how it was. See, but now, see, the thing is, but see how it is, though? We still brothers at the end of the day.
You I just had to let I had to set the record.
Yeah, I understand what I understand.
Stop playing with me like you play with these other niggas, my nigga. Don't do that. And me and Miles ain't had a problem since. And that's my dog.
Now, Ron,
my favorite one of all time is Trey. My favorite one was all time with Trey.
Him and Elder got into it.
When Elder said, "What's your location?" and he sat there and he said, "I'm in South Central." He was like, "Oh hell no, I ain't coming out there to see you." And that nigga Trey went there. He did a Lil Wayne. I got army guns. He said, "Which one you want?" I was like, "Whoa."
Yeah, that nigga Trey living them. He from them projects out there. Nah, nigga, you from hell nah. Ain't nobody pulling up on you and all them niggas out there wearing all that shit.
But you want to know the best part about that story was the next string where they dapped it up and they both apologized to each other like men.
Absolutely, that's how me and Mass squashed it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because when you know you're wrong, because you be in the heat of the moment, man. You know what I'm saying? And even like on here, man, there were dudes on here on my channel be crashing out, everything like that or whatever, and then they get back talking again. You know what I'm saying? It just happens, bro. It happens to the best of us, man. Like it do. Like me, like I know my boy was like, man, I was shocked that you and Trayvon got into it. I was like, man, me and Trayvon didn't get into it. We just had a disagreement. I let him understand what I was coming from. Then I sat back and let him say what he had to say. That's all.
So the Knicks losing at half?
No, they up by 3.
Oh, okay.
52-49. Siakam got 23 points in the first half. For the let me see. He got 23 points. He has 23 points. He's 9 of 14, 1 of 3 from 3. He had made all 4 of his foul shots, 3 rebounds. How you 6'10" only get 3 rebounds? I don't understand all these dudes at 6'10", 6'11", only getting like 2 or 3 rebounds.
Because they only worrying about offense. They're not worrying about crashing boards and limiting, the offense to one shot.
And it's crazy. They used to have Sabonis too. They traded him to Sacramento.
But Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah, that's a fact, Lil T. Ticket and Mass used to go at it. But what me and Mass got into it about, remember T Price? Remember when I told you when I first started telling you I was coaching football?
Oh, yeah, I remember that, yeah.
And then I was like, Ticket, like, yo, that's some major shit. I'm like, man, listen, we getting ready to go down to Florida, man. If any of you niggas want to donate, da-da-da. This nigga started trying to be funny to us. Oh, this nigga trying to run a Ponzi scheme and use some kids to beat niggas out of money. And I'm like,
where's that coming from?
Like, my nigga, first of all, do you know who you talking to? That's the first thing.
I'll be back, y'all. I'm about to make me something to eat right quick. I'll be back.
And that's how that whole, because that nigga insinuated that I was trying to hustle niggas
from somebody. Yeah.
For some,
damn.
You know what I mean? And that insulted my integrity. So I went in on Mass.
Yeah, I remember when Ticket used to do the summer camps.
Yeah.
And I donated to the summer camps and everything. That was the summer I need the money. When that was his hashtag because he was getting trolled online. Yeah, Mass be having some of those moments, but for the most part, I think he's a genuine dude. He just kind of forgets who he's talking to.
And that's all it was at the time. You feel me? And once I got my point across to Mass, me and bro ain't never had a problem since. And we argue basketball and all types of shit, but it never got that personal with me and nobody online but him because I felt he was trying to insult my integrity and then trying to make a joke at the same time. And I'm like,
what happened to Ron? Did he cut out? Vaughn, you still here? Did Ron cut out?
I don't know. It sounded like he was in the middle. Yeah, he just dropped off. He must have because he just dropped off.
So now I get to talk to you.
He was in the middle of saying something and it just stopped.
Right.
Good.
That happened to me yesterday. I was trying to use my mobile data and stay on the stream, and when I got down the street, it said, goodbye. Yeah, you ever had to get into it with somebody on the stream or on a panel?
Say it again.
You ever had to get into it with somebody on the panel?
I mean, people just have disagreements.
Disagreements is one thing, but when people have disagreements, they want to get personal. There he is. Uncle's back.
About that stuff because it's in the past and niggas made up for the shit. So,
like, yeah,
to be honest with you,
me and Bro got into it, but that was the only time because I felt he was trying to insult my integrity and be funny at the same time. And I'm just not a nigga you could crack jokes on. I'm not one of them niggas. You feel me? Like I've never been one of them niggas. Like that shit usually gonna resort to violence.
Well, you kind of look like Jadakiss too. I saw your picture.
Nah, I mean, so it was just like I just felt like damn. But then I'm sitting there like, man, this nigga don't know no better, man. Why you spazzing out on this nigga? This nigga don't know you from a can of paint.
Right.
He don't know what the fuck you do. Like, so why is you letting a dude like this get you under your skin? But like I said, it was the fact that he made it seem like, he was trying to be funny. And I'm like, bro, don't play with me like that. And then we just had our little exchange of words. You know what I mean? But we pieced it up. That's my man. And the nigga smart as shit. And that nigga live a great life. I ain't even gonna hold you. Shout out to my brother, Mr. Mass.
Yeah. That's part of the light skinned family. So that's why I like him.
Yeah, listen. Just like a little brother, that bitch will piss you off on purpose. And I know, once I learned, my boy, I could never get to that point with him again. Because I know he's a troll. Like, I done had conversations with him. I'm like, Mass, you way too smart of a dude, and you got way too much of a basketball acumen to believe that shit you just said. You gotta be trolling, bro. Like, you got, and I had to learn that he has one of the illest troll games I ever heard in my life. I said, this motherfucker is a master troll.
You know, one of my favorite things about Mass is,
what's that?
Are you okay, bro? You all right?
Oh, yeah. I said, yeah, that's my guy, though. I love Mass to death, though. Swear to God.
Whatever happened to BX? Guy. I don't hear him no more.
Man, I don't know. Remember, BX was on that house arrest bracelet shit.
Oh, shit.
I told BX one day I'll fly down there and slap the shit out of you. Matter of fact, I told him, I told BX, I said, you know what? Matter of fact, I'm in New York next weekend for a football tournament. Nigga, tell me where you at. And Ticket did a stream, and I jumped right on. He like, yo, bro, why did you do that? I'm like, bro, I told that nigga, I'm in New York right now. I said, yo, my nigga, August 5th, I'll be down in New York City. Let me know if you want to link up. August 5th, I tapped in, and niggas seen I was down in the city for real. And they said, yo, this nigga don't be bullshit.
Well, Ron time. I got a couple of niggas back home and I need you to slap up a couple of times.
Y'all boys stupid, man.
And they got nice cars too, so you know.
I'm just being serious because he went to talking that big money shit like he the only nigga who got money or some shit like that.
Yeah. I do. When you get BX out of all that and you just have a basketball conversation, he will cook.
The
But
nigga
he
know
kind of
his
lean
shit.
on that. He's like, "Oh, I'm eating steak and Wagyu steak and all this other stuff." I'm like, okay, that's nice. What's that got to do with the fact that the Lakers lost by 50? I'm the master of sarcasm, so I don't let nobody get under my skin.
Hey, yo, that nigga damn sure used to say shit like that. Nigga, I'm sitting with my feet up eating Wagyu steak, nigga.
Hey, man, guess what I'm eating? I'm eating steak and shrimp, and I took my gal out to a big dinner. I'm like, oh.
Hey, yo, and Mass will go right along with him. I swear to God, but I ain't gonna front. That's what Mass do. That bitch like to go to 5-star restaurants. I definitely checked in on Mass. Bro, definitely, he definitely a fine dining nigga, yo. That's what, bro, spend some
Don't he
money on
cook?
some
Didn't
grub.
he have a cooking channel?
That motherfucker gonna spend some good money on some good grub, bro. I never got a chance to witness to see his BS playing, but I know Mass be for shit show with his shit. That shit he be talking, Mass be for shit show with it. I just had to get into, I'm an old school nigga, and I just had to get into this new age of communication and socialism and socializing with people. To realize that these motherfuckers literally play too much, it's all trolls. And they will try to troll you on anything.
Yeah. I'm too quick with my responses to allow those trolls to win. I remember I was on a ticket stream for 7 hours, and we was only cooking for like an hour, and I just stayed reading the chats. And them dudes was so obnoxious, I had to just shut them down one by one by one by one. You had some good commenters, but when those trolls come in, this one dude said I sound like a broke Dave Chappelle. I was like, I'm not broke because your mother broke me off last night. So, you know.
See all that fast wit shit. Bitch, I just take my gun out, go right across your motherfucking head. Nah, gun butt the shit out you, bitch, talking to me like that. Who the fuck you think you talking to? I'm that's the type of shit I be on.
Trigger temper. You said with the gun butt. Hey, Daddy, how'd you get that scar? Oh, Ron Tom went across my forehead because I said something I wasn't supposed to. Can you pass the green beans?
That's one thing we ain't gonna do. We ain't gonna play them type of games. I am not him. I will catch a felony in a minute to prove it, nigga.
Damn, Ron Tom. Okay, breathe easy, my bro. Breathe easy.
That was just the life that I come from. So people always ask me, yo, bro, why you so aggressive? Like, just your demeanor, like you just an aggressive dude.
That's the way you got to be when you're raised in the jungle, my nigga.
He said, I will catch a felony to prove it.
I swear to God. Listen, bro, all you got to do is look my record up. It's been proven. There ain't nothing I'm glorifying or falsifying. Shit, that is a fact.
Sound like you eating Wagyu steak and shrimp.
Nah, see, I'm a regular nigga. I'm eating chips and dip right now, my nigga.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Tostitos or Doritos?
Some Lay's wavy.
Damn, you really took it back. In the red bag?
Yep.
Now, onion dip or French onion dip?
French onion.
Why you went and got the
I
dip?
was just eating me some fucking brisket queso dip. That shit is fucking good as hell.
That's that Texas shit. Everything got queso. I mean, everything got brisket in it. I think our unleaded gasoline got brisket in it.
Hell yeah, and you know where I got it from too, right?
Whole Foods?
No,
Oh.
HEB. HEB. They you
Well,
know
I
they
had
got
some
their own little
Popeyes.
they got their own little section where they make like their like meals and shit. And you gotta put it in the oven. Came across that
I had
that
Popeyes chicken strips, fries, biscuit, and I'm about to go get me a lemonade in a minute once my ice finish being made.
Hell, that's crazy. My wife brought me home Popeyes yesterday.
I wanted Popeyes yesterday too, but I had to go to the doctor today, so I was like, I'm gonna save it for Friday's meal.
Mhm.
And I miss churches. They don't got no damn churches out where we at any. Yeah, I gotta go back to St. Louis and go get churches and Lee's.
They took all the churches. Hey,
What you know about Lee's?
Come on, Ron Time.
now we used to have
That's
churches
fine.
here.
That's fine.
Now, fun
I don't
fact.
know if I told you I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, so shit.
Oh, so you know about Lee's.
Both our cities was annexed by France. That's why they got the names they got.
Now, fun fact, you do know Lee's ain't nothing but KFC. So Lee is supposed to be the Colonel's nephew.
Yeah, Lee's was matter of fact where I growing up in Louisville, where I went to high school, right across the street from my high school, there's a Kentucky Fried Chicken. Then you go a little bit further down the street, there's a YMCA. Right next door to that YMCA is Lee's.
And to be honest with you, I think Lee's tastes better than KFC.
I thought it wasn't as
Heavy.
yeah. I guess you could say yeah. I guess, but it's heavy because of the grease.
Yeah, KFC is.
KFC,
They got the same pressure cookers. It's just the process of the way they make it is different.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Now, and Lee's got that grilled chicken. I know you know about that grilled chicken.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Heck yeah. Matter of fact, when Lee's was around back in the days, we would prefer that over Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Absolutely. See, T Price, he's cooking now, but T Price and me grew up in the Midwest, so I didn't grow up that far away from him in Jefferson City, Missouri, which was the capital of Jefferson City. Now, they didn't have in the 80s and 90s, they didn't have major grocery stores and everything. Everything was either a mom and pop. They had a Price Chopper. They had, I forgot, of course, a Walmart, but before we left in 89, 90, they were building their first super Walmart. But along 50, aka Missouri Boulevard, they had everything that was on that strip. They had a Dairy Queen, a TBCY, and a Baskin and Robbins next door to each other. They had a KFC and a Lee's next door to each other. Go figure. But they never had a McDonald's and a Burger King next to each other, and they don't have no White Castle. If we wanted White Castle, we had to go to St. Louis. So every time we visited St. Louis to see grandma, aunties, uncles, cousins, my parents used to buy 100 White Castles. And this is back in the day when they were like,
back to Louisville, we do this. I do the same thing. Get them cases.
Right. And this before it was the cases. This is way they didn't start doing the crate case until like the 2000s. So we're talking about like 86, 87, 88. And my parents, no lie, used to order like 150
I was in
of them.
Louisville then, so yeah. I moved to Texas in '95. So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So in Jefferson City, they didn't have any dark rice. Now I'm finding that out here in Wisconsin. No, look. There is something about either your rice is El DeBarge or it's Wesley Snipes. There is no in between. I miss dark-skinned rice so badly. I miss good chicken, especially from Lee's, because I can get the flock of wings or I can get the flock of wings. I gotta get the flock of wings. And I like their okra. Actually, Church's has the best okra. Hands down. Lee's kind of like the stepchild okra. It's not the same, but they'll get you through the night. The fried pies, and there's something. Popeyes. What am I talking about? The Popeyes are awesome, and I'm talking myself into making the trip tomorrow morning. But that's neither here nor there. Coming up here, I can't even eat none of the Chinese food up here. I can't eat none of the None the chicken because they only have KFC and that's it. And they probably have like the gas station chicken, but who wants to eat that?
I ain't gonna front, bro. Churches always had the best chicken to me. That's why I was mad when all the churches in my city closed. Now you got to go down south to get that shit. And I ain't never had White Castle until the first time I went to New Jersey to see my grandfather people when I was little. Man, I thought that was the most amazing shit in the world, bro.
Hey, they closed all the churches in the city?
And Rochester, yeah, that's a fact. I don't even think they got none in New York.
They got they used to have over 50 in St. Louis.
They ain't got none in Buffalo. They ain't got none in Syracuse.
I accidentally found one in Chicago, but it was the line was wrapped around the damn block. So I was like, nah. And who remember when Hardee's had chicken? I was in high school when they had chicken.
Man, I've only ate at Hardee's like maybe 2 times in my whole life. So I don't even remember chicken at Hardee's.
You never had Hardee's, Ron Time?
Never had Hardee's, even when I'm
old. AKA Carl's Jr.
Well, even when I'm out of town and it's Hardee's in that city, because we do a lot of traveling with my football team and our AAU basketball team. I've never ate at Carl Hardee's. I swear to God, I had never ate at Chick-fil-A until we had won so we won our Eastern Region tournament and made it down to Disney for the Super Bowl.
That's crazy because Chick-fil-A started out in all the malls.
And that was 2013. The first time I ate Chick-fil-A was 2013. Yep. And everybody was like, man, I'm like, man, we don't got this shit in Rochester, Steak and Shake, all that shit. I had never had none of that shit.
Steak and Shake?
Yep. We don't got them up north. I don't think them shits go past Virginia, to be perfectly honest. In our region.
Okay, you said Virginia, because I was about to say, yeah, I live right next door to a Steak and Shake when I was in high school.
So a lot of restaurants y'all get out in the Midwest or out west, we don't get them on the East Coast. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But that goes both ways, though.
Right. Everybody always talk about In-N-Out out there. You know what I mean? And Whataburger and all that shit. And that's shit that we don't get in the town.
They should be getting them soon. They're starting to expand because we got.
The closest in Missouri is Kansas City, and they just got approved. It should be up by now in Kansas City, Missouri.
Tennessee.
Oh, word! It's one in Tennessee now.
Yeah, there's a Whataburger in Tennessee. Yep.
What about Shake Shack? Y'all got Shake Shack?
Yeah, we got Shake Shacks.
I'm trying to think. So y'all don't got Ponderosa or anything like that anymore?
Man, our Ponderosa closed, bro. We had 3 of them in our city. Our shit's closed. And they had the best buffet wings in the fucking world.
Thank you, Ron John. I thought I was the only one that was crazy. And fruit punch on the damn on tap.
Swear to God, bro. Nigga, I remember, nigga, my aunt used to take her big person in Ponderosa and line that bitch with them Ziploc bags.
Hell nah.
Nigga, man, we'll leave out that bitch with about 50 pieces of that buffet chicken, bro.
Because I used to order the chicken ahead of time for my Super Bowl parties because the Ponderosa was across town. And then, because in St. Louis, they always had buffets on every edge of the highways.
Right.
So you had the Ponderosa, we had Old Country Buffet back when it was good, before it went to Hometown. We had Heritage House, T. Price. I know you know about the Heritage House if you listen. The Heritage House was the best buffet I've ever been to besides the casino buffet. I mean, a steak came with your buffet. You get 2 steaks. You get the instead of all you can eat steak. They used to have one in the middle of town. It used to always be packed. It was like an hour wait. Then when Heritage House went out of business, then I want to say the early 90s, because Country Buffet was blowing up. They kept the one open in Columbia, Missouri, and when that closed down, man, I couldn't find a better buffet until I went to the Ameristar Casino in St. Charles. But that was like $37 a person.
Yeah, that's how our casino shit is. Like, you pay for that buffet, but you get all you want, crab legs and all that shit.
Damn, not crab legs.
Yeah, swear to God. Yo, that should be funny because as soon as they bring the steamer out and put that bitch on the table, it'd be a line of niggas, man. I'm sure these motherfuckers won't even use the tongs, man.
Just by their hands, putting it on their plate.
Swear to God. And I'm sitting there like, first of all, they ain't giving us king crab legs, y'all. I like, they giving us these little ass crabs. And y'all fighting over these motherfuckers. And now, after y'all finished fighting over the crabs, now y'all got to go fight at y'all table with these little ass legs. I said, man, you motherfuckers is crazy.
Yeah. The one thing that I did like is they had different genres of food.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had the Italian section, had the Asian section, had their Southern section. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what my favorite food is. And it took me a minute to have my wife like perfect it. I love meatloaf, corn,
And
mashed potato.
There we go. That's like that, and I like cube steak, corn, and mashed potatoes.
I've had a good cube steak in a while.
Like, yo, you eat cube steak? Like, motherfucker, nigga, yeah. Like, nigga, my grandmother from Alabama. Nigga, what the fuck you thought?
Oh, my God. Wait, Chess Ready, I know you didn't just bring up Blimpie. Damn, I forgot about Blimpie. You want to know the funny part about it? I worked at both Blimpies that was in St. Louis until they closed down.
Man, yo, that's crazy because you know what? We had one Blimpie, but we had a ton of them shits in like the gas station. Like all like that was either a Dunkin' Donuts in the gas station or it was either a Blimpies in that bitch. I suspect they subs were dry as fuck.
Yeah, they didn't make their bread like Subway did, but they did shave their own meat. So I did give that a try. I used to make my own damn sandwiches. And I remember my last day that they were getting ready to shut down, I made me like 5 steak sandwiches, 5 Italian sandwiches. The dude told me, oh, well, we got to get rid of all this meat. I'm like, okay. My mama up there, she came up there with the same purse your auntie had. And I'm like, Mom, you don't got to put it in they're giving it to us.
Hey, yo, what was one of my favorite restaurants, bro? And I'm mad because I think them shits closed completely. And every time I go to like a different city, I always Google it to see if they got one in there. Fucking TJ Big Boys, yo.
Look, I've heard of that when we used to be on the road because I'm a military kid, but my dad would never stop at one.
Man, that's the first time. Really, they was the first people I ever ate a smash burger with. Like that was the way. That's why I was like, I thought they had the best burgers because they used to give you the smash burger, the quarter-pound smash burger. Like TJ, it was just like some of the best, cleanest diner food that you was going to get. TJ Big Boy. We had a couple of them in our city. They closed them shits down, but then I found out they was closing everywhere though. And then I seen on Pawn Stars, the nigga had the statue from that bitch and went to sell that bitch at the pawn shop.
Wow.
Yeah, I swear to God, I think that bitch was worth like 10 bands, they said.
Let me ask you this question. What do you feel about Shoney's?
Yo, the first time I had Shoney's is when I went down south to Atlanta when we was dropping my cousin off at college at Clark. And it was funny because what we call a buffet, they call a smorgasbord.
Yeah.
Shoney's is the joint because back in the day, Shoney's, I didn't just mean to jump in. I heard the word Shoney's. I just got back in. Shoney's used to be a place where we used to go there for New Year's, and a lot of the people I used to get out the club back in the day. I wasn't no clubber, you know what I'm saying? I used to be, be at the bar, and then my boys be like, hey, we got to go to Shoney's. So like, all right, we go to Shoney's then. Shoney's was so good back in the day, bro.
You want to hear something funny?
Dennis
T
used to
Price.
be the shit back in the day too. Dennis used to be the shit back in the day too. It
Yeah,
ain't the
we
same
still
no more.
got Denny's in the
Shoney's and Denny's used to compete against each other, but I didn't
Sure
look
did.
all the time that Shoney's was in St. Louis. The only time I went is when it was across the street from my high school, and I tasted in my freshman year. And the funny thing about it, it was closed in my sophomore year.
When we went inside, it was breakfast time, and
Right.
like you got to think about this. Is my first time going down south with my family, and we stopped at the restaurant, and the lady country ass accent had me rolling. She was like, "Welcome to Shoney's. Can I interest y'all in our smorgasbord?" And I'm like, "What the fuck is a smorgasbord?" And it was basically an open buffet, an open breakfast buffet. And all I remember was like, "Yo, these motherfuckers got the best eggs I ever tasted in my life, yo." I swear to God, that's what I remembered about Shoney's. I said, I don't know who the fuck cooking these bitches by the pan full, but they bring these bitches out, and these bitches is great.
Now,
with cheese, yo.
I didn't get a chance to eat none of the lunch and dinner. My grandma used to always go there after church. If she's not cooking, she's going to Shoney's. But the breakfast buffet, aka smorgasbord, was on fire. And we used to sneak out of gym class to go there every morning. And I remember we went with a couple of seniors, and I was the only freshman because we was on the basketball team. And I didn't have any money. And the dude Rob, that was the captain of the basketball team, he's like, "Don't worry about it, don't worry about it, don't worry about it." So when we got to the table, I was kind of like just sitting back, and then everybody said they're doing the buffet, and she asked me, and I was kind of like tongue tied. And then Rob whispered to the waitress, said, "Oh, he don't really got no money, but we don't want to leave him out." She was like, "Baby, just go get you whatever you want to eat, and I'll just act like I didn't see anything." I tried to eat everything on the damn buffet except eggs, because I don't really do eggs. I respect you that you love the eggs. I've never been able to eat eggs. However, you know what a St. Paul is?
No, what's that?
It's like an egg foo young sandwich.
Oh, nah, I never even heard of that.
I think it's only a St. Louis thing, or maybe even a St. Paul, Minnesota thing. But dude, if we ever meet up in my hometown, and everybody's on the panel, even you, Elise, if you're listening, if we ever meet up in St. Louis and take you to a great spot for Chinese food, and especially a great spot that has St. Paul's, I guarantee you, if you're an egg lover, you'll love it.
Yeah. Cause I eat egg drop soup and egg foo young, all that. I eat eggs.
My man. And I gotta take you to wait. It's probably a franchise. Bandanas. You got bandanas in New York?
We ain't got no bandanas.
Bandanas got great smoked wings. The barbecue is so, but the smoked wings and the smoked turkey legs, 10 out of 10.
And that's that backheat Taliber be doing this a travel, bro. But damn it, calling that.
What you make to eat, T Price?
Here come Trey burgers and some fries.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
He said he made burgers and fries. That's what my wife. I said I got some onion rings.
Oh, what it do, baby?
I know that voice.
That nigga.
Hey, what's up, Ron? What it do, Ron?
What's up with it?
We're about to go up on that. Do say, you say.
Hey, yo, I said my nigga take project out. That nigga from where it really lies.
Hey, man, that boy out there getting exposed. Don't laugh, T Price. You said it. We was talking about it. I said it. Look, it could be either way. He the face, but you ain't the guy. It was like, you know what I mean?
Look at this.
That wasn't me laughing.
Oh, well, y'all know shit. That boy, hey, look, I said it, man. When it comes down to it, Minnesota did their thing. They let you be Randy. See,
They let you basically be Randy Orton, the legend killer, while John Cena, Gildress gonna be John Cena. They're a better team, though. I'm not gonna lie. Minnesota is not a better team than OKC. Like I said when I was saying it the first time, I just see that team. It ain't all on Gildress. That team just better right now. Like Minnesota, more. Yeah, man, they just know what to, like, I can't explain it right there. You said it. I'm sorry. I don't know why I look at the game like that. Maybe because the old heads before me and I actually listened. But I see the struggle. Like, this team went. If I was to know, if Ron Turner had 100 fights, he never could fight. He had 100 of them. And this dude never had a fight in his life. I'm not saying this, everybody got a punch a chance, but by Ron Turner having 100 fights, he got experience. He know what to do. He'd have been knocked this way, that way. This dude don't know. He'd have been on the ground, came back off of that. Yeah, I'm going with Ron, man.
You're going with Ron Turner just based off his experience?
Just off of the experience, too. Like, until you beat it, until you beat the struggle, right? Until you go through what somebody else went through, you can't take what they can take. Look at Mike. If you really want to think about it, Detroit got Mike ready for anything. After they beat the shit, if you can get through getting your ass knocked over the head, beat up, bam, boom, bam, then come back and sweep some niggas, yeah, who gonna fuck with me? I got past the niggas who was stopping me. That's how you supposed to feel. Now, OKC, they feel like that. I finally got past this nigga Joker. I finally got here to this moment. They not fit to let this go by like Minnesota already. Yeah, Minnesota was there last year, but I still feel like they had a hill. They went up a hill in the playoffs.
Trayvon, they trying to play OKC like they played Dallas.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to work. That's how you got beat anyway. If you really look at it, y'all playing OKC like you played Dallas. What did Dallas have? Shifty ass Garden, Kyrie Irving, Gildress. You know what I mean? Man, look, I just feel like it's their time. You can tell when it's certain dudes' time, and when I don't see that man is immature too. When you look at him and Gildress and you put them side to side and you say who is the more mature? I ain't said better. Who got a better shot? Who is the more mature leader? Who is the more mature player? Gildress all the way. This nigga, Anthony Edwards, come out saying some of the dumbest shit. When he stopped playing, when he stopped thinking everything's a joke and always got to make a little punchline because you ain't no rapper, nigga. When he stopped thinking that, then his game will change. He'll start really winning.
I said before the series started that the shot selection by Ant and the shot selection by SGA was going to be night and day.
Yeah, you did say that. You did say that. Yeah. You know, because when, like you said, in the season, they have good games. Like, they have good, you know what I mean, going back and forth. It usually come down to them two. But like you said, like I said, like we all saying, man, this year, OKC, they the ones that really, you know, the monkey really on they back. Minnesota, you kind of getting extras right now. You doing shit that didn't nobody expect you to do. For the last 2 years, we expected OKC to show us something.
Hey, yo, and about it, you know what? OKC got in the next because they don't team up.
Say it again, bro. You kind of broke up on my end. I don't know if anybody else heard you, but on my end, you kind of broke up.
You better go get the conference in the next 2 years because they're going to have to pick that team up.
Yep, exactly. Like a few other teams going to have to right now. Like Phoenix going to have to break that up. Damn, who else got to break? Milwaukee got to get broke up now.
Golden State got to break it up.
Yeah, Golden State going to have to get broke up now. Like, they already was breaking up when they had to let Clay and everybody go. And you know what I mean? And, you know, Draymond was doing them little moves because he knew, I don't care what nobody say. He looked around and said, I'm the less talented around here. So he got the niggas who he felt like, y'all ain't original. If y'all look at it, he only got like the non-original Golden State Warriors out of there. Jordan Poole, he didn't feel like you really one of us. KD, you ain't really one of us. That nigga made sure he got them out, so Golden State won't have no choice but to give him another contract. I don't care. That nigga did that. Every time his goddamn contract is up, that nigga punching somebody, calling somebody a bitch from his own organization, though. Nowhere else.
He learned from the great one. Jay Reed from Akron.
Look, that nigga LeBron James taught him a lesson. That nigga LeBron James taught him a lesson. That nigga want to be his friend. That nigga said that nigga LeBron James got me suspended for calling him a bitch. I'm cool on that nigga. Hey, look, I'm sorry. I'm keeping it 1,000. I don't want nobody on my team that signed the clutch. I'll keep it 1,000. I say it flat out. I don't want nobody on my team that signed the clutch. Nope. Because I feel like when we go against LeBron James, in your contract, it say you can't beat LeBron James.
Yeah, I'm about done with me too, my nigga.
I don't, as much as I know Rich Paul get you niggas money, but I don't want to play with none of you niggas. Because, see, this is another thing playing with a nigga from Clutch. You might just sit out of nowhere. Clutch might tell you just sit out. Fuck it. Ask for a trade. I can't deal with that Clutch shit no more. Clutch my ass. Why you call yourself Clutch? It ain't a Clutch bone in you, nigga.
Well, you have to remember, it's Clutch with a K.
Yeah, you right. You killing Clutch. He killing that shit. I just look. Watch how better basketball be when this man retire. Watch how basketball be better competitively, more like everything. All this bullshit, like man, it's too much of him in this
Trayvon. Listen to this. I think basketball's gonna be better next year because the real GOAT is gonna be having commentary.
Man, can you imagine? See, man, we got a little bit of that. I ain't gonna lie. This stuff like this made me miss Kobe. Out of all of them, right? And this is what I'm saying. For me, I don't know. I know a couple of you guys probably know somebody that really didn't get to go. Somebody got static, is it me? Okay, I know some of you guys making a smoothie. Oh, okay. But like, damn, man, this is what I miss. Like, we ain't gonna never really get Kobe in that older age. You know what I'm saying? Like, that Hall of Fame speech, we didn't get it, like, just to say what he would say. I know what his wife said, but what the fuck would Kobe have said? He would have had something like Mike, I'm pretty sure. He would have said something about Dale Davis. Look, Dale Davis, get your ass up here. You were wrong, dude. You mentioned me. You were wrong, dude.
Oh, you talking about
Kobe?
Yeah, he would have told. He would have said I was better than Shaq. I know he would have said that. I know for a fact. I think you're muted, Trayvon.
He would have definitely brought up the 5th ring on that nigga.
Yep.
Not 1, not 2, not 3,
hey, look.
Not 4.
Hey, I ain't lying. For sure, he would have said that I was better than Shaq. Look, Dale Davis, you were wrong, dude. Look, look, Kobe our boy, but we know. Look,
Dale Harris.
Oh, God, he would have did Dale Harris like Kobe did that high school coach. Nigga, you was wrong, dude. Starting Eddie Jones over me and shit. Like, he was Cedric Ceballos, nigga. What's wrong with you, dude?
You can't trust any nigga that's last name Ceballos.
Hey, Eldon, I ain't gonna lie though. I used to be riding for my little squad. I'd be like, nigga, leave Eldon Campbell alone, nigga.
Ceballos.
Instead of Ceballos, Eldon Campbell. Boy, we had some cold. People be talking about these lineups now. Boy, y'all don't know what we had to go through, nigga. Man, but just saying, Michael Jordan, nigga, commentating, bro. I never thought I'd see the day. Michael Jordan?
That was my
hell
man.
Yeah, hey, look, and if you want to know, hell yeah, they underpaying Mike. The GOAT is spending his precious time on some of these basketball games. Nigga, 41 mil. Hell yeah, he deserve more. Nigga, you know why? Because he the reason why basketball worldwide like it is, big like it is, nigga, getting shoe deals and shit. He started this motherfucking making you look, Magic did too. I ain't gonna take Kareem out neither because he was in movies. But I'm saying who really like went all the way in with it, like being a goddamn star and a basketball player, like you was like a Hollywood man. Michael Jordan, nigga, hell yeah, y'all underpaying him too for that shit.
Hey, yo, listen, Trey. You heard what they said. Sometimes I dream.
Hey, say what? That he is me.
Like, come on, like Mike.
Bruh.
They could be like Mike.
Look, and they talking about
And
what that
nowhere in
nigga
that
said.
song did it had anything about honey being poured all over him.
And look, hey, tell me this, right? They talking about nostalgia is bad. No. The thing is, nostalgia is good. It's none of you niggas in the game, and I mean damn near any sports, T-Price, you know I ain't lying. Who the hell do these kids, other than shooting a three, right? Steph Curry, that's the only nostalgia you get from him, right? Like you want to shoot that three ball, but that ain't nostalgia. Nostalgia is really like, to me, you're reading books on this nigga. You want to know his secrets, what his dribble pattern is, how he practiced. Like you putting your bands on like him. Don't nobody put their bands on like Steph. Don't nobody wear their wrist thing like any players. You know, niggas was wearing Iverson braids, Kobe afros, Michael Jordan, everything, nigga, however he suited up. Nostalgia was good for the game because it showed how into the game people was, into the players, nigga, how much you bought in. Now, ain't none of you niggas good enough to make none of these kids. We grown now, but y'all can't make these kids look at y'all like that.
Because there's no standard. With
Yeah,
Kobe,
y'all
there
not
was a
loyal.
standard.
Y'all don't got morals, no loyalty, no nothing. Y'all not teaching it. It ain't even about kids no more. When was the last time you seen a nigga on a basketball commercial with the kids running around them or someone playing with them? None of that shit. Whatever happened to the stay in school kids? This is how you get to the NBA. None of that shit. They disconnected.
Hey, you just brought up something.
Yeah,
They started
preaching
rocking
to get the
Jock
bag.
because of the stay in school narrative.
Yep.
Yeah, Siakam was killing them boys tonight,
Yep.
boy.
That's what I'm saying. But see, all that helps you get fans. All that, look. Certain parents who all about the kids, they love that. Oh shit, they up here promoting school this. Dude, they don't even do that shit no more. Whatever happened to the NBA care shit? They don't even put them commercials up no more. Look at that.
Because the NBA don't care.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
What happened,
you need
what happened to the
nostalgia.
Make-A-Wish
You need,
Foundation kid?
Well, that's Bronny.
look,
I know
you
that.
need
I don't know why they
nostalgia,
call
bro.
him that.
You need a kid. You need people out in the world dreaming about being like whatever you promoting. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was with Mike. But at the same time, you had kids wanting to be Charles Barkley too. You had kids wanting to be, you know what I mean, Shaquille O'Neal. Because the
Grant
way you
Hill,
promote,
Penny.
yeah, the way you promoted them. You promoting these dudes with commercials in high school. You promoting them sitting down in class, acting like they in a kid getting bullied, and then you see them or a kid telling them to try some weed, and you see somebody like Kobe walk up and be like, "You still cool or something? You ain't got to do that." And see them over there shooting hoops. Like, where's all that? Do you need that? Y'all put these basketball players in the dumbest commercials. Shit, like I said, y'all wanted to bring John Morant back. All y'all had to do was start having his commercials be around kids, bro.
Hey yo, I did that, right? I said that. Trey, I don't know if
Look, we were talking about it. Me and you both was talking about that on the call when we said it. We said, why they ain't got this nigga with a commercial like while he at the park buying all the kids like Gatorade off the ice cream truck? I don't give a fuck what it is. And then, you know what I mean? That lightens the look on him, bro. Same thing that Kobe did.
I told him. Niggas told me I was crazy like yesterday. I told him, man, I said, that's all Orlando missing is a lead guard, bro. I said, if they can get a still 20-point score in their backcourt, they tried to argue me down. They tried to tell me that Cole Anthony and Jalen Suggs was a sufficient backcourt. I said, man, you niggas done lost y'all fucking mind.
Man, look. The same reason why you don't want to keep that shit like that, because that's the same reason why Houston Rockets got what they got put on them. See, everybody like, oh, Houston. What it is, no. Houston got a great coach, nigga. They got a great experienced coach that know what to do, that got them that's how good that coach is. But the niggas that's there on that team, I listen to what John Wall told them niggas years ago. Boy, when y'all get around a real coach and shit, like all this little shit y'all do, that shit ain't gonna fly. And the mistakes caught up to their ass in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Well, Ron, you got to tell the truth. It wasn't they was arguing down. There's only one person that was arguing you down, and that was Maz. I was on your side, but I don't think Bill is the same type of player he was 3 years ago. That's my only argument. I'm not saying it won't work. I just don't think you're getting the same. Yeah, I just don't think you're getting the same type of Bill on Orlando from 3 years ago.
Listen, hey, me and T. Price said this a long time. I swear this shit a long time ago. We was like Bradley Beal just want cheese. We was like Bradley Beal, one of the players that just want his cheese, man. He don't give a shit about winning no championship. He know he ain't no championship player. He already accepted. Paul George ass shit. I'm not getting no championship.
Listen, this is why I said that, right? The only reason why I included Bradley Beal, bro, because right now he's in a fucked up situation, right?
He need to prove himself.
Listen, and he controls the power to the situation because he got the no trade clause. And the reason why I said it would be good for Bradley Beal because he would be able to go down to Orlando and guess what? He would be able to play that second wheel. You don't have to be the Bradley Beal of old. All he needs to be is the OG who's gonna make sure we get 22 every night and show us how to work. You know what I mean? And that's what I was getting.
And you know what? This is the crazy thing. He don't know how to work to put in the heart. Like, you know what I mean? He done been around. The only players he been around that got like that championship pedigree is KD.
I ain't gonna front. The nigga John Wall, the nigga said, well, that's the only reason why I said that, because John Wall was doing an interview about, and he brought up Bradley Beal, and John Wall said, yo, I thought I knew how to work. He said, until I got around Bradley Beal, and I seen that the way that nigga works. He said, I was like, oh shit, I'm not even working. This nigga is crazy.
Bradley Beal is not going to leave Phoenix because his wife got a business down there and he don't want to move his kids.
On his personal skills. Yeah, on his skills.
No, listen, that might be the case, but Lou, the only thing I was saying, like, basically the point I was trying to prove, like, damn, Orlando is a league guard away from really jumping on niggas. And niggas was trying to convince me that Terrell Suggs and Cole Anthony was the answer. And I said, man, but hey, yo,
Terrell Suggs?
That was one of the moments when I knew. I said, man, my brother trolling right now. I'm not even about to get into this with him. He's trolling. He felt like being a troll yesterday.
Now look, Shrugs, I ain't saying Shrugs can't be on the team and help him.
Y'all talking about yesterday? That was with you and then Elise. It was Elise and Miles would disagree with you about that.
Yeah. But like, and my only point that I was trying to make was, damn, Orlando's a league guard away from really jumping on niggas. I said, if I was 3 guards, my prime trade location would be Orlando. And I said, Bradley Beal, I said, Devin Booker, or Ja Morant. I will be telling them to get me to Orlando immediately. And
I'll take Booker over Beal right now, but I get what you're saying.
Listen,
you know what? And I understand. Look, I'm gonna tell you what it is. This is what I felt like, right? I felt like, this is why I say this about him. I felt like his moment.
You blanked out, Trey.
Well, until he comes back, finish your point, Runtime.
But Bill would be my very last pick too. But I was just saying that would be the perfect fit for him because what are they lacking? 20 points out the backcourt. What could he provide? 20 points out the backcourt. I didn't go say it would be Bradley Beal's team. I didn't say Bradley Beal would be the number one option. But Bradley Beal would be an upgrade, an offensive upgrade from Jalen Suggs or Cole Anthony. That's all I was saying. And I said it right now. I said Orlando need a for sure 20 points coming out their backcourt. I said that'll make them a dangerous team. And they tried to make it seem like I was crazy, bro. And I'm just like, see, y'all so stuck on me saying Bradley Beal. First of all, I only said Bradley Beal because he's in a fuck-up situation. He's still a 2-guard, I think, capable of getting 20 points a game. I said, so, Ja Morant, Devin Booker, I was just listing the 2 guards league guards that'll probably be available. Ja Morant, Bradley Beal, 2 dudes who probably could force their way out of their situation. But, sometimes people hear you and don't really listen.
Going back to white man can't jump.
Yeah, there you go. You understood the context that I was talking about. And then I said, no, I'm not saying Bradley Beal would be my first choice. But if I was him, that would be a place that I was looking at that I would waive my no trade clause to. Because guess what? I'll go in there and be a fit.
Yeah, and that's why I backed out when Leezy and Mass was just going all in about trading pieces and this, that, and other. I'm like, okay, he's not gonna command the same type of trade value because what it will end up being is a trade restructure because Orlando or whatever team that he waives his no trade clause, they're not gonna try unless it's like a team that know they ain't going nowhere and they just need him for his last year. They'll absorb it for that last year. But if he goes to a meaningful team, he's going to have to restructure that contract.
But that's the thing. You can't restructure in the NBA. That's why I was saying Orlando, they got the miscellaneous they could have gave up like Jonathan Isaac, KCP, and another salary filler.
With cash.
With cash, without touching Paolo, Mo Wagner, and you probably could keep the dude, the kid Black. You feel me? I'm like, so you wouldn't have to give up. You got the contracts where y'all can move, and y'all got the draft capital that y'all can give them. Man, we'll give you an Isaac and KCP and whatever else fill out. Cause KCP make about $15 million, Jonathan. We'll fill that out. You feel me? Because we trying to move on from them niggas anyway.
I feel it.
So it wasn't that I was saying, Bradley Beal and I was just saying, bro, that would be a seamless fit for him. He would perform better in Orlando than you seen last year in Phoenix. Because guess what? He's exactly what they're missing. 20 points out the backcourt. But, they get to talking about what this and that. Oh, he's never been a prolific scorer. I said, dude, he has a scoring title. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Kid won the scoring title. Somebody got to tell. I said, well, how come every year the league ain't led by a dude who play on a sorry team and scoring?
That's a fair point.
If that's the case, every sorry team in the league should have somebody contesting for the scoring title.
A 30-point per game score. Every sorry team.
Every sorry team should have that if it's that damn easy. It's easy to get 30 points on a bad team. Nigga, it ain't easy to get 30 points in the NBA, period. The fuck are you talking about? That's why only so many people only average 34 a season.
Unless you're Jerry Stackhouse and you can get like 30 shots a game for the 30 points, but that's neither here nor there.
But I'm just saying, you think about it, what do you say? You got 450, 500 players in the NBA? You have what? Maybe 2 a year that average over 30?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you really think about it, you got like 2, maybe 3 players every year that's going to average over 30. And that might change from year to year. You feel me?
Yep.
So, and then that's 500 players that you got in the league. So only 3 of them averaging 30. So how hard is that shit? Pretty damn hard, bro. Regardless if you on a bad team or a good team.
Question, Ron.
Yeah.
You think Giannis stays in Milwaukee?
Absolutely not.
Ooh, explain.
And this is why I was telling people when I say, yo, listen, like this isn't a LeBron situation. I'm telling people he's not team hopping because he don't think he can compete with his team. I said he wants to leave because his team is structurally flawed and they can't make any moves to improve the team. Now, all y'all stating, oh, whoa, Kobe stayed and gutted it out. Motherfucker, Kobe was 25. He had a couple years to play with. You feel me?
Right.
He could go through that reload phase. He's 24, 25 years old. I said, we're talking about somebody that's in the prime of their career that's arguably regarded as the best player in the league. And right now, because they're a second apron team and because their draft capital is so trash because of that Dame Lillard trade, they don't have a way to go. Now, if Dame was healthy and they say, yo, we're just going to make a move or two and run it back, yeah, okay, Giannis, run it back. But, bro, I said he's supposed to waste a whole year because Dame popped his Achilles and he ain't going to be around next year. So y'all want Giannis to stick. They can't make the only trade asset that probably bring them anything back is Dame Lillard. And ain't nobody trading for Dame Lillard right now. 34-year-old with an Achilles tear that's not going to play next year.
who still got another year on his contract after that.
Can I ask you this as a B portion?
What's that?
Where do you see him going?
And now, see, that's hard because I could see Milwaukee trying to accommodate him if they can do it the right way. And like he gave a list of teams. He didn't just narrow it to one team, even though Giannis might have only 2 teams he want to go to. He put a list out there so a bidding war can proceed. You feel me?
If they Did he really do that? So that's done?
I mean, like you said, if he entertained the thought of leaving Milwaukee, he said he want to go to a big market team. You got 2 big market teams in New York, 2 big market teams in LA. You got Chicago, and then they had what they call the mid-market teams, like the Miamis. That's still a destination, but they're not as big as Chicago, New York, LA. And they said,
I wish he was going to Chicago, but I know it ain't gonna happen.
What the hell?
But listen, because
Cameron Payne just did.
Yeah, that's why I hate that motherfucker.
Wait, what happened?
Didn't even hit the rim.
That shit, he just shot it off the top of the backboard. But
man, the Knicks about to be down 2 games in that, y'all.
I thought, yeah,
what's the score?
91-85.
91-85.
What quarter?
4th with 9 minutes left.
Oh shit! They about to. Okay.
Yes,
Stephen A. Smith gonna commit suicide tonight.
Bang bang, bang bang.
Man, they about to take him. Oh, that's an assist from T.J. McConnell.
To be honest with you, Ron Time.
Yes, sir.
I think he gonna end up at Golden State, man.
You know what? I wouldn't mind that, but I don't know what Golden State would give up. Because they just traded for Jimmy Butler. So
Kuminga, draft picks. Let me see. Pozinski.
$100 million man. Get rid of him.
Does he have a no trade clause?
No. The only people who got no trade clause is LeBron by default because of his age, and he signed to 1-1. And Bradley Beal Bradley Beal has the official only no trade clause in the NBA.
Would Milwaukee even want Draymond?
LeBron got one by default because of the years he got in the league, and he only signed in 1-1 deals. So due to some terminology in the CBA, he basically has a no trade clause without having a no trade clause.
Would Milwaukee even want Draymond?
No, because you got to look at it like this. Dame's not going to be there next year, so they're going to suck. They're going to suck bad. So like, why do I want to put that? Nah, I don't want that. You might as well give me some young players. Give me Kuminga definitely, so I can put him out there, and maybe he can be my 2 guard of the future. And let me see where I go from there. Let's fill out these salaries and let's go from there. But I don't even know how many draft picks Golden State got.
Why does Miami intrigue you, Lemon Pepper Lou?
Miami.
You said that you can see him going to Miami. Why does that intrigue you?
I said Golden State. I didn't say Miami.
But I could see Miami too. But I don't know what Miami will be able to give up that Milwaukee.
I also said he ain't no way going to Chicago because the management don't know what the fuck they doing over there.
Right. The Clippers got nothing to trade for them. LA in the same situation. You feel me? So like the best deal probably is going to come from either the Brooklyn Nets. But why would you want to go there? Because then you're right back in the same position you was in Milwaukee. You feel me?
He going to the West. Ain't no way he going.
Yeah. I don't think shit, New York got nothing Milwaukee want. They definitely don't want Cat or OG Anunoby or none of them niggas. So it's like, if he really want to look out for Milwaukee and let Milwaukee get the best deal possible, he's going to have to either go to San Antonio or Houston.
Oh my
What about the
God!
Clippers?
If we go San
No, but
Antonio,
you gotta think about it. The Clippers have nothing to give them, bro. They gave all their draft picks to OKC for Paul George.
Oh
but
shit!
if we go San Antonio play with Wemby, man, damn.
You got to think about that. You know what I mean? They got but if you go to San Antonio got to be getting rid of Darian Fox. They got to. They're not going to be able to keep Fox salary, Giannis salary, and then what they're going to have to pay Wemby. I mean, they might be able to pull that off for a year or two while Wemby on his rookie contract.
What about Sacramento?
Nah.
They don't know how to put a team together, and they fired their good coaches too quickly.
Definitely. If I'm Giannis, I'm telling niggas like, yo, Golden State, you feel me? Get me with Steph. Like, I'll do that. You feel me? But I don't know how many trade assets Golden State actually have.
Then you got to think about Dallas. Dallas still got the #1 pick. They can be like, hey, let's try to work a deal with Milwaukee, get Giannis over to play.
Yeah, but if Nico Harrison traded Luka and then he turn around and trade the other great white hope before he get to town, bro, they'll run that nigga out of town, bro.
Well, they already got his youth already. They're just ready to pack him up.
That's all. You feel me? So he got to take that Cooper Flag thing because business-wise, he just got rid of somebody that had an effect on now and the future because Luka only 26. So
and plus, we're beginning about Denver too. They can probably work a deal to get Giannis.
Yeah, but I don't think Giannis trying to go up there. Like he already said, you didn't hear what he said when Luka got traded to LA. He was so happy. He was like, "Man, my dream is for all the great being big market." He's trying to push himself to a big market.
That nigga want to go to New York.
Back, y'all.
He want to go to New York.
I don't know how.
Think about it. I'm gonna tell you this. I know this. Didn't nobody know how Luka will happen either to LA. When they want something, they go get it. I've been saying, if New York don't win, like they go to the finals. If they want New York, like want that big market like that, I'm telling you, he's the answer though. If you can get Giannis, if they lose this, New York gonna be desperate for some type of trade. Now they're gonna be like, damn, cat.
You right about that.
What's going on?
Somebody got that music on. I don't want to try to get no copyright.
Cause you remember what happened when Cleveland beat Golden State. They got desperate and went to go got KD.
Get it? Yeah.
But they also gave up a ton of free agents in the offseason to get that salary. Harrison Barnes signed with Dallas, and a couple other free agents signed off from Golden State where they had the wiggle room for KD.
Well, I don't know what 4 years they got like two NBA championships. So,
Neesmith, man, you ain't tried to break through the screen or net. That was a lazy closeout, bro. It's a lazy closeout.
What's the score, T Price?
97-89, the Pacers.
How many minutes left?
7:20 on my end. I'm in the West.
They need to make a run now or it's over. This is the series right here.
Dude, it's possible we may have OKC and Indiana on finals.
And I still got OKC. I still, even though Indiana do play 10 just like OKC, but hey, OKC they've been to the battle. They've been to them battles for not making the playoffs, and then just getting better and better and better each and every season. And I think it's their time. I've been saying all year long they ain't be getting their respect.
Oh,
but
yeah,
they just still don't want to talk about them.
Oh, LA Knight won.
I never was a fan of Anunoby, man. He ain't consistent. Halliburton, Brick.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm watching basketball and wrestling at the same time, so I can't miss my wrestling.
No, yeah, just don't say nothing because you like to move.
No,
you like to scare the move sometimes.
T Price, you ahead of me this time.
for once, but you know how you get down, Lou. Knicks down by 3. Here's Toppin. Give it to. That's a foul. Good foul right there. Yeah, I don't see New York, man. It's just like Chet said, New York playing with tired legs, man.
Hey, T-Price, you think game 1 kind of broke they Spurs?
Man, it was a maddening in that ball, man. It was a maddening in that ball. I don't care what nobody say. That was a maddening. That ball went straight up in the air, and it took so long for it to come down swish. I'm like, yeah, we got to keep these fans. We got to keep these people in the game, man. Allegedly.
Like, game 1 reminded me of that Rockets and Orlando Magic NBA Finals. Because when Nick Anderson missed those free throws, it's time to change the whole.
Yeah, it did. And Nick Anderson's career was never the same after that either. People remember he was still decent.
Price.
Whoa.
T Price.
Yo.
So now that we see it, do you remember we was this wasn't on stream, but remember we was talking about dominance, like real dominance, like back-to-back champions, you know what I mean, things like that. That's so what for everybody before, like, you know, the end of it, for everybody, right? Who is that dominant, right? You look at Giannis, right, and what he's able to do, but dominance, no, he's not able to be back-to-back going to the finals. He's been put out in the second round, first round since then. You look at Joker, same thing, kind of. Like, where is the dominant player? We can say you're the best player in the league, but are you really, like, dominant? Dominance is Golden State, Steph Curry them for the moment. Even LeBron James, as in certain when he was with Miami, back to back, like that was a dominant moment.
I think it's gonna be OKC. I think it's gonna be OKC time.
Because right now the NBA has not made nobody stand out in this generation. That's what I'm saying. Not in LeBron, them, not Steph Curry. In this generation, the NBA has not said you're going to be the one standing out. You're the pack leader.
Because they still hold on to them old parts, and they still talk about they the face of the league. They still talk about they're talking about if Ant-Man or Shea are they going to be considered the best player or like the best player in the world? And then people on ESPN was like, yeah, but the league still, but LeBron and Steph and KD is still the face of the NBA. Like, how? These dudes are not.
Like, people thought Boston was going to be that team, be the dominant team, but
they think they the Warriors, man. I always said they think they the Warriors, man.
Who think they the Warriors?
The Boston Celtics.
Oh, you talking about the Boston Celtics?
Yeah, they think they the Warriors. I always said they try to be like the Warriors. You're not the Warriors. And then that cockiness, yeah, we just gonna shoot nothing but 3-pointers and 3-pointers and 3-pointers, and that guy would sit y'all behinds on. Knicks down by 6.
But OKC.
How many more minutes?
5:24.
Can OKC be that next dynasty team?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think if OKC stay together and don't make some dumb moves on free agency, they can probably be a team to win 3 out of 4 championships.
Take him off the dribble. You playing with your food. If he makes this, ooh, almost. Boy, he would have made that. That would have been a dagger. Knicks playing around, man.
Is Gillis Alexander that gonna be that guy for the next 5 and 10 years?
What the hell of shot was that? How did that fall in? I guess the Manda ball's rolling tonight. How in the hell he made that shot?
So it's looking like the Knicks going down 0-2?
That's what it looks like. Corner 3 ball. He's on fire. Miles Turner. They're gonna get their medicine like they gave the Celtics. I mean, they was up 2-0 on the Celtics. That's what it look like to me, because I don't see nothing in this fourth quarter showing me otherwise. As Brunson fouls.
You know what that means, don't you?
What's that?
New York, sit down.
Hey, even if they play OKC, I still got OKC beating Indiana. OKC is on a mission this year.
As long as they don't let them go into OKC and take game one.
That'd be a good series too. I see
because they both similar. But this is my thing. The journey that they went. It's the journey. I always look at teams in the journey, and OKC had a harder to me journey than the Indiana.
I'm pretty sure the NBA gonna be pit seeing two small market teams going for the championship.
Well, that's their fault. That's their fault for trying to help all these big markets get in the first place.
Yeah, that's a true statement. They sacrificed the big teams and forgot that there were small market teams just building and building and building. And what they did when they took a power piece away from Dallas to put it on LA.
In his eyeball, Halliburton, Lord have mercy. 106.99. Nick's on the ropes, boy. Nick, I got to check on Will Smith, see he's in witness protection or not.
Oh, man.
Robinson, what the hell you was trying to do? Boy, you tried to do some NBA Jam, but it didn't happen. Them hard. Neesmith for 3. That would have been a dag. That's a foul. And 1. Oh, they call it on the floor. Yeah, they too small, man. Like Indiana getting their get back. Just like, yup. I picked the Knicks. I thought they was gonna get their get back from last year, but it doesn't look like it.
But Indiana playing with a chip on their shoulder too, because all they've been hearing, like New York going to win this series. New York going.
Yeah, but I think though still OKC and them match up very well. OKC got a lot of dogs on defense too, just like so they ain't gonna be no pushovers, and then they don't sit there and dribble the air out of basketball either. They move that ball around.
Tom Thibodeau getting out coach right now.
Man, ain't nobody thinking about boss baby, man.
35 points.
Man, Siakam been killing them, bro. They doing hacker. Why y'all doing that? Y'all up by 9. Now I don't like when teams do that. And then again, Mitchell Robinson, you gotta make your free throws. You shoot like 30-some% from the free throw line, 37 or something like that.
Yeah, that'll get you benched.
Yeah, Knicks fans are quiet too.
Come on, hey, don't do that, Lou. I know you like to troll the Knicks, man. We ain't doing that today, bro. I know you like to troll the Knicks because the Bulls ain't. And no, I don't be trolling your Bulls, man. Don't do my New York friends like that, man.
Well, my Bulls haven't been shit since what, 2005.
I know my boy told me to tell you this. He was like, man, your boy Lemon Pepper Lou love to take a dump on New York, man. But at least they been there compared to his Bulls, man. So he tried to say in Will's voice, you need to raise your hand sometime and put some respect on New York. Oh, my boy.
Hey, Lemon Pepper Lou. Are you the same Lemon Pepper Lou that Dreamers Pro be shouting out?
What?
Are you the same Lemon Pepper Lou that Dreamers Pro be shouting out?
Yeah, but I never heard of them. I get a whole lot of shout outs on all different type of social media outlets.
That's a dunk. Like it's over.
Like
they down by 10.
Dude, I'm a fan favorite in my own city.
This dude, Siakam got 39 points, 15 out of 21 shooting.
Dude,
look like he going for a 40-piece nugget.
Hey, what y'all gonna do? They're gonna call a foul right there. Seen that coming.
You wanna know what I hate though? Going out in public, everyone want to take a picture with me.
He's a superstar.
That pipe
how many
bust.
How many people remember that movie, The Gospel? What she wanna be? A superstar. Man, that just had me dead. Carl Anthony Towns back in there now.
What's his stat line?
Man, Carl Anthony Towns ain't been doing that since let me see. He's 6 of 14, 2 of 5 from 3. Made all 6 of his foul shots. He has 7 rebounds. He has 20 points. He only
We need more. We need more out of him than that.
Pacers up by 8. It's under 5 minutes as my boy Moss winning time. This now is calling it 5 minutes clutch moments now.
But you're going to see the difference of how Indiana closes the game out than how New York closed the game out.
Oh, they running the shot clock. They using that clock.
Like my old coach said, game ain't over to all zeros on the board.
But even what the Pacers doing with this league compared to what the Knicks have with the league, they're not taking quick shots. They are running the clock down. You know why? Because they actually have a point guard out there. So Knicks need a miracle, and the basketball guys need to turn the magnet balls on. As Brunson hit a 3. As soon as I said that, Brunson hit a 3 ball. Knicks
down by 5.
1:36 left. Here comes Halliburton out of Iowa State. He gets a screen. He drives. Turner, step back, right wing 3 ball, no good. Tip right to Bridges. Here come the Knicks, down by 5. Are we gonna have another overtime? Here's Brunson dancing on him. Neesmith. No, they didn't call a foul right there. Brunson drive anyway, and he still scores.
By 3.
They're down by 3 now. He wanted a foul. Come on, Brunson. It's too close in the lead right there. That should have been a foul, though, but they didn't call it. As soon as I said that, they be like, nope. We gonna give y'all something else to think about. Yeah, cause all my homies that I rocks with out here, that I'm cool with out here, they from New York. They got more black people now moving out here, but shoot, everybody I know that I'm cool with since I've been out here, they all from the big city. They're from New York.
Hey, you don't stop putting your claws on this damn couch. Stop.
Is it a timeout?
Yeah, it's a timeout in the action. It's 110 to 107.
It's within striking distance. So New York, you need to stand up. Crowd need to get into it. Thibodeau, you need to come up with your best defensive game plan for this situation. And you can't go down 2 games to nothing.
Dude, to go down 2 games, they gonna come for Typical's head.
Right, here they come. Here's Siakam. He's been the man today. Here's Halliburton. Brunson goes. Give it to Neesmith. He drives. Shoots it. No good. Gets another offensive rebound. That's what's killing them offensive boards. Here's Halliburton. Anunoby switched on him. Here's Siakam. Drive on Bridges. Fadeaway jumper. In and out. Tap out. And they lucky to get that. Here come the Knicks. Down by 3. Here's Brunson. Got Neesmith on him. He gets a screen from Hart. Now he got Halliburton on him. Nice cut. That's what y'all should have been doing. And they get timeout. This at the time. They need a foul, and they got it. They didn't call a foul, though. That's what they should have did the last game. Cut to the basket. Yeah, he held his jersey. Yeah, he held his jersey. That's obvious he held his jersey. Now, Neesmith goes to the free throw line. We got 14.7. Man, you cannot challenge that call, Tibbs. That was
14.7 seconds.
Yo, Neesmith got 10 points, 2 or 3 from the 3, 7 rebounds, 1 block.
Yeah, you right. He did hit jersey.
That was all jersey he grabbed. Neesmith first free throw is good. We still got 14.7 seconds left in this game. In the second free throw coming up. Actually, Shepard looked like he could be a part of the episodes of Beat or Bailey cartoon. Like he's related to Sarge. Neesmith made both free throws. I was
sitting here wondering what character he looks like.
Brunson way downtown. Brick. It's over. And 2-0. That was a bad shot by Brunson, man. Why did you do that?
Back to back clutch moments. He makes some BS decisions.
Yeah, they didn't need no free throw right there. They could still go for 2.
Yeah. Not only that, you should at least call a timeout, run a good set play. Don't you have a timeout left?
Again, awareness. Bad awareness.
Karl-Anthony Towns just looked like in the background. He like Jay Reed cried when he lost to the Dallas Mavericks. He got that face on his face, got that look on his face. Yeah,
that's the problem with players today, T. Price. They don't think. They just.
John Stark said, yep. They trip bag this, boy. It's like we're about to have 2 small markets, though. I still don't think Minnesota might win 1 game, but I don't see them. Whatever they do, that's gonna start with OKC. A lot of people forget OKC. They play good on the road too.
So let's ask the talking point before the major networks ask it. Who has a better chance to climb out of this 2-0 lead, 2-0 hole? Minnesota or New York?
Neither one.
Neither?
Well,
I don't think neither one. Minnesota ain't messing with them OKC. Hey, OKC, I believe OKC, and I said this. I think I've been saying it all year about the media not giving, like NBA not giving, media not giving any props. And then I never seen somebody who don't hardly ever. Yeah, he goes to the free throw line, but that's what I say. People pick and choose because when James Harden and who else be doing be baiting on people to go to the free throw line.
Trae Young.
Oh yeah, Trae Young. No one don't be saying that when he doing it. With Shea, he gets it driving to the bucket though, not out there on the 3-point line. You know what I mean? He actually driving to the bucket, but people still crying, man. It's just like this is what they do, man. You can't please them, man. And anybody that like Kobe Bean Bryant anyway, you already know you're gonna get the most hate anyway. His favorite. Look how Juju was. Because a lot of people don't know Juju Watkins is signed with Clutch Sports, right?
Yeah.
Guess who her favorite player is though?
Kobe
Bryant. And guess what? And guess what happened when she was playing in her games? Guess what her shoes she wear?
Kobe's.
Kobe. And people be flaming her, talking about, man, why you this, man? Why you make Kobe, man? Stop.
CB one no old gold and purple Kobe too.
Man, Brunson, man, that's why a lot of people don't like Brunson, man. For that's right there, and y'all down 2-0. Drop 2 games at home. Teams that lead in the conference final have a 76-6 record all time.
Indiana is going to be loud and crazy in Game 3.
If you see Indiana home games this season, they be crazy in there, but they be beating down teams at home too.
Hey, but I'm telling y'all though, Indiana's they play with cash money right now, but I still don't see them beating. I still don't see them being if they meet the Thunder. I don't have them beating the Thunder. The Thunder got way too much, bro. To me, and everybody. And another thing I like about the Thunder, man, they both of these teams are very similar. To be honest with you, but I'm liking the way that the Thunder is playing right now. You know what I mean? Because honestly, Indiana, they ain't really been punched in the mouth yet. Can you remember what everybody was doing yesterday on the set? Who everybody picked yesterday? They all picked Minnesota.
Yeah,
they ain't pick OKC.
I picked Minnesota because the way Anthony Edwards was playing right.
I don't think. Hey, the real OT. I don't think they're gonna beat them, bro. Like, I don't think so, man. Yeah, the pace is good, but that's one thing about I could say about OKC. They just even though the coaching eggs do go for Indiana because Rick Carlisle already has a championship ring. You know what I mean? I know Shea would see. I know they'll put. They probably put Neesmith. They probably put Neesmith on Shea Gildress. But that then about Dort. Dort can guard all them dudes. Dort can guard. And then I think Jalen Williams gonna play a big part in the next series too. He ain't hardly playing. Because OKC got dudes that's not part of the rotation, but they might be in a rotation whoever they play in the finals. I'm not getting ahead of myself, but I just think OKC and the Pacers going to they're gonna be 2 small markets. I'm sorry, it's just what it is. That's what it's looking like.
I think the
I ain't
ratings
seen nothing. Go ahead, Will. Go ahead, Lou.
I think having 2 small market teams in the finals, I think the rating gonna be real high. I think they're gonna be great.
I think the phenomenon of SGA is the reason why, and Halliburton is making his name. You got 2 up and coming guards in opposite leagues. Yeah. The potential that Indiana could upset a 68-win team, you're gonna have their intrigue. You're going to have the intrigue. Can Oklahoma City do what Kevin Durant, with Russell Westbrook, and James Harden couldn't do? You got that storyline. Look, storylines write themselves at this point.
But here's the thing, though. You think ESPN going to show all these 2 teams in the finals at much love? Hell no. They're going to.
It doesn't matter. We will. That's all. We the people. They don't. Look, I can't wait till NBC come out with their stuff, man. Like, for real. But, hey, y'all, we got about 15 more minutes, and I'm shutting the stream down, so I got to go to work in the morning.
And how many times you heard Stephen A. Smith say, I don't want to be in no small market for the finals. I want to be in the big market.
It ain't about what you want.
We don't always get what we want. So who cares? I don't want to see his hair go back farther and farther and farther every year, but I gotta put up with that.
Take me to the wall. I can't believe the Knicks sit there and lost that game like that, bro.
Look, we was talking about it pregame. Indiana had the momentum, and they wasn't trying to come to split. They were coming to take both. BOFF. Both.
Like I said, I think game one broke the Knicks' spirits.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about earlier. The pressure is on them. The way they lost that game. Now, I've been here listening. I just had the mic muted. Watching the game, looking at New York just crumble under pressure again.
I can believe Brunson did that, bro.
Yeah, that was a terrible shot. That shot he took.
You just gonna pull up. You ain't gonna get no screen set, no pick and roll, no pick. You just gonna go down there and just jack up a three.
That's a shot your two guard takes. That's not a shot your point guard is supposed to take in that scenario.
Well, I've been saying these dudes are shooting guards that play point guards. I've been saying that for years on YouTube. These dudes are not point guards; they shooting guards. You can tell the difference. And I said this. It's a difference because when they was up by 10, what did Halliburton do? Wasted the whole shot clock down. Then they took a shot, got an offensive rebound, drained some more clock down. That's point guard play. You limit the possessions that way.
They call him Brunson John Stark 2.0.
Man, we ain't doing that.
Hey, Price, did you get Ron time backstage?
Man, Ron time ain't backstage, bro. Ron, I've been sitting right here this whole time, bro.
Put it out there.
That was at 6:16.
Oh, okay. Mine says 8:16. Okay, that's right. You are 2 hours ahead of me.
Yeah. And I tried. My bad, Cochran. Yeah, I was making me some food, bro. My bad.
They watching the game at Radio City Music Hall right now. They all look pissed. They all got that purple look on their face.
Hey Vaughn, my number's in the private chat.
Yeah, I got you locked in. I was about to send you a text.
All right, T Price. It was a great stream again. Hope we get you some of that good old fashioned contributing. And
we're gonna be on tomorrow.
What time?
I get off at 1 tomorrow.
Just do what you always do. Just send me a text. I'll rock with you.
Yeah. Let me see what time the game. Let me see what time the game come on tomorrow. It'll come on at 5:30. Oh yeah, we do a stream tomorrow. Yeah, we do it. Yeah, I'll probably start lock off by like 3:00. By like 3 somewhere in there.
Cool.
Hopefully the game be over. I can watch Saturday night main event.
Yeah, I gotta watch the Saturday main event. Yeah, I've been getting back into watching wrestling, but I can't just get into it like I used to because now I'm going back in the archives back when Stone Cold and The Rock and Booker T in the early 2000s. That was the best.
Not Booker T.
Yeah, Booker T.
Tomorrow Saturday night main event, you got Logan Paul versus Jimmy Uso, man. I want to see Logan Paul get his ass whooped.
He might not be in the script to get his ass whooped. You know that. My favorite wrestler. We gonna go old school wrestlers. My favorite wrestler back in the day was Jimmy Fly Snooker.
Dude.
Lawler.
Yeah, my favorite, may he rest in peace, is Sabu, man.
There was so many good ones. The Iron Sheik used to crap me up, boy. The Iron
I don't
Sheik.
think Jerry Lawler get the props he deserves because a lot of the shit that made a lot of other wrestlers famous came from Jerry Lawler, bro.
That is true. That is true.
Dude.
All right, y'all. We're gonna give y'all last words, man. I'm about to get ready to go night. What y'all got? What y'all got? What your last?
Well, not only is T Price going night, look like the Knicks are going night after that bad shot by Brunson, trying to get it all on one shot. No, absolutely not. This is why true point guards are valuable in the playoffs. And I can't believe this is happening, but I'm not surprised this is happening. So everybody on the panel, everybody that was on here, from Trey Bizzle to Ron Ton to even Elise, if you're listening, got Lemon Pepper Lou, I got Vaughn, the Godzilla fan. It's always a pleasure cooking with you. Look forward to us doing this again. It looks like the way it stands now, look like the Knicks get ready to get swept. So we'll see. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be on about. Yeah, I'll get on at 3:00 tomorrow, man. My time. I send y'all the links and stuff, man. Y'all hit that like, share, subscribe. You want to donate to Head Podcast? I did pin it in the chat. I'll holler at y'all tomorrow, man. New York, I'm very disappointed in y'all, man. Every time I want to root for New York, man, they just let me down, Craig. They just let me down. But anyway, I'm out, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, man. At least I get one of my teams in there, allegedly, OKC, that I picked. Look, I'm about to have an even split again, allegedly. But we'll figure that out tomorrow. Like, share, subscribe, y'all. We be out. We out. Peace out, man. Y'all be safe out there this Memorial weekend too. Like, share, subscribe. Peace.